Hello, everyone. It is Saturday morning, and I'm glad you're here with us for Half-Rate Heroes. I'm Katie. You can find me everywhere as Katie Quixotic, because that's branding that I did that worked out really well. And yeah, I'll be your DM for this morning, not evening, unfortunately. And I'm just kidding. This is a good time slot, I swear. And yeah, thanks for being here. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Carl, and I'm playing Lafcadio Whitehorn, the Tabaxi Warlock.
Hello, I'm Vinny. I'm playing Kale Irvine, the half-elven cleric of Denier.
Howdy, I'm Casey, and I'm playing the Champion of Timor, Impaler of the Plains, Heckler, Big Fire, Check and Shoot, Fight Storm, Slayer of Shadows, and presently a really happy camper, Nos, the boss of Neverwinter.
Morning, everybody. I am John. I am the dwarf from Marabar, master of the axe, enemy of the drought, traveler of the plains, destroyer of shadows, deliverer of certain death. I am the Wampum Thunderberry.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to jump in real quick before Graham. I am Derek Sword, D-Sword on Twitter, actually D-Sword16. I am going to be playing Ryman Alero, who is Nos's adopted dad. He's her dad. He's your dad. I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job.
Hi, I'm Graham Crackers, or Graham. I think Graham's my real name. I'm not sure anymore. I play Dazzlin Embryo, your Shadow Arcane Necromancer and resident wizard and taxi service. I guess I'm doing the recap this week, so sorry for that. All right. Here, let me hit you with the story of the half-rate heroes. Starting Neverwinter, went from zeros to heroes. Some kids from Silver Moon were suddenly gone. A quest! Rescue them! Leaving at dawn. Traveled the roads, and we met Durathra, save her from assassins. We did Mafia. Then we go to Silver Moon. They were a bit stuck up, but we led to the Feywild. Time to buck up. Found a weird crystal, had to destroy it before it could stop the plane. Gotta build a name to retain. Return to Neverwinter, things have gotten much worse. Shadow dogs, monsters, and the material planes suffering a curse. So we rolled to the plane, saving the day. Air, water, fire, earth, all in the same. 1,000 Kale of Cardio and Nos. Stopping evil cuts, we're the boss. It's their loss. Some other stuff happened that I don't really remember. Please watch our videos from pre-December. Nos died, got saved, resurrected, real true. Cause some trial pushed her into lava. What you gonna do? Kill their leader, get a really cool save. Too bad it's evil, so it had to go by. Then we encountered a Dullahan controlled by a mage. Had a vorpal sword that scared me, I ain't gonna lie. So we saved her. She sent us on a quest. Someone somewhere was being real mean. We went around stopping Shadow Kai, who weren't serving no queen, seven temples of divinity, giving it to the god of loss. Time for us to stop him, show him we're the boss. So we got a cool Nightwalker. I named him Gerald. He sits in the Shadowfell, being my herald. Went to meet the Banyan. Lafcadio's pact. The Lion Lord let the Tabaxi know he's got his back. Love of Dr. Morden, got a cool axe. Taslin avoided responsibilities, was pretty lax. We rolled the Spirit Soaring to save Caleb's Poisoneer. Rolled him with spells and might and the sight that we would kick up some dust. But an evil dragon appeared with a Venda and we apparently lost. So Tamara did her thing, saved most of our butts. Told the Shar was making her play. So of course, it's up to us to save the day. Hooray. There's some other stuff I probably forgot. When it's 10:30 a.m., I got a stream to put on. So buckle up, kiddos. Get ready to go. It's Half-Rate Heroes, and this is our show.
Yeah. Roll for performance.
That was natural funny. I love it.
There were so many words!
Props to Vinny for not moving through that whole thing.
I probably missed some stuff, full disclosure.
I think we
That was wonderful.
still in the details on the most recent exploits, so you prep everyone for what we'll be doing today.
Sure. Yeah. I got that. I got you, fam. So the deal is that if you didn't catch it, Char's threatening the Shadowfell, and if she gets the Shadowfell, she'll have an army, and if she has an army, then she'll be able to launch a full-on assault on the entirety of the cosmos, starting with the Prime Material Plane, which is not good. So we're trying to figure that out, and in order to do that, Timora said that we can hop-bop around to places of divine connection to our respective gods that we believe in. And we're on Nos now, so we took a trip to Westgate, wherein lies Fortune Boone Hall. And so we roll up on there, and there's this big old party that's going on because Ryman tells us back in his office, and that's the beginning of last episode, where it seems like Timora's strength has been weakened recently, and her enemies are taking advantage of it. Specifically, Beshaba, and nobody likes her. So we're doing this big old shindig, and we find out that there are Beshabans in the party trying to wreck our shit. And there was a Beshaban that went toe-to-toe specifically with Wampum whenever Wampum entered the fighting pits in good faith. And he pulled a dirty trick, pulled out a knife, started using weapons against the rules. But then he ran when he realized that he's no match for us. And friggin' Tazlin, well, everybody hunted him down, but Tazlin specifically like stood at the door of Fortune Boone and was just like let off like 12 scorching rays or some shit. That was ridiculous. Lit the bastard up. So Ryman revivifies that guy, that poor burnt piece of human toast, Shatterkai toast specifically. And we go to interrogate him, but not before Nos does like an intimidating like display of her celestial powers and stuff, and says if you belong to Beshaba, you need to get the fuck out. And two of them ran. But when we later went down to interrogate the dude says that there are 4, and he's in his zone of truth, so we believe him. And he's one. 2 fled, so we know that 1 is remaining. At least 1 is remaining, if he wasn't counting himself. He died. We killed him. We ended his misery, his miserable goddamn life. And Lafcadio soul caged him, and then was able to use that spell in order to get some more information out of him, including where the rendezvous point was when they were all going to be done. And it's this big old tree that's on the mouth of the river on Westgate. So we're thinking we just sent off 2 motherfuckers running. So we need to get to that rendezvous point where the other people are hanging out before they are told by their compatriots that shit's worked. And I think that's where we left off.
Yeah. You all had made the decision to pursue. That's the tab that I forgot to open, the map. I'm gonna do that right now. So I believe that like it ended with you like all rolling out the carpets and like getting ready to hop on, and some people are already on. So I assume you're just taking off now, right? Is there anything else you need to do to like prep before heading that direction?
Well, I was gonna be like, oh hey, maybe we should tell somebody that there's still 1 remaining servant in this place. Because if we leave it unguarded, then we'll come back and our vaults will be empty, and I can't have that.
Mm.
And they said it was a halfling, right? Or like a small
It said
person.
small folk, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the question that was asked were how many of you are there, and the answer was there were 4. So it's unclear whether or not someone is still around, whether or not they left before you saw the other 2 leave. Like, they could be there, they could not be, they could be calling in more people that are nearby. Like, all you know is that this group that came with that person, there were 4 of them. So it might be a good idea to leave word.
Well, we'll just make sure that Madame Ophelia knows. She's more than capable of protecting this temple.
Let Madame O know that Sophie and Heezy are also here.
Of course,
They'll
yeah.
help.
To add to our forces. Yes, of course. Yes, and Ryman walks over to Madame Ophelia and kind of pulls her aside. And you, of course, saw the bit of fighting we had, and you saw we pulled the poor fellow down to the dungeons. Apparently, well, we've had issues with Beshaba, and this is part of that. Just keep a close eye, let the guardsmen know, and try to keep everybody here happy.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be just fine. But I'll keep a watchful eye out. So,
Appreciate that. This temple has always been very safe in your hands.
And she leaves and starts like pinpointing individuals to basically like do like a lean over and whisper, and she'll make a few gestures, and you can like easily see people start to like disperse amongst the people who work and live in the temple to kind of like keep an eye out, basically.
Can I specifically bop over to Heezy if he's still like watching the puppet shows and stuff?
Yeah,
say,
he was there, and he's since gotten up and is over like piling a plate full of the like meats that are on the table. So you walk up and he's got like a chicken leg in his mouth. He's like,
Yo, my dude. We are facing a situation. I gotta leave the temple for a minute. You can definitely take the meat with you. Would you mind going to guard the vault for like 10 minutes? Maybe 30.
I could do that. Wouldn't you, he like points to his back, like, when'd you get the wings?
Like many months ago, maybe like 8 months ago. I died. I came back. I'm an angel now. Okay, I gotta go.
All right, yeah,
Be right back.
I'll go. Mm-hmm.
Run, jump on the carpet.
Yeah. And you see him, like he starts heading that direction, and he stops, and he like makes a like a quick turn, and you see, like if you follow the trajectory of the path that he's heading, you can see like Sophie like bent over a table with like a glass of champagne or whatever, like talking to someone, and she's like, she's reaching over and she's like patting their hand and making them like put another chip down or something like that, and he kind of like goes bounding up with this plate full of food, and they have like a quick talk, and she goes with him. So you take off to where Ryman believes they were referring. He knows that by the speed of the carpet, it's probably going to take a couple of hours to get there, so it will be like deep into the night by the time that you arrive.
I guess that is a question. Is there room on the carpet for a +1?
Yes, on the big carpet, because it can, I think, it can carry like 900 pounds or something like that.
Please.
And you've got most of your belongings in like bags of holding, so it's basically just like the weight of people in armor.
It can carry up to 1,200 pounds, actually.
1,200 pounds, yeah. So easily good, yeah. And 2 people are on a separate carpet, so theirs could go faster, but they stay like at pace with yours, basically, because that one's it's over the capacity for traveling at full speed. But it can travel at half speed with 1,200 pounds on it. So
about how long or how far away are we from this location? Like, how long would it take us to get there?
You are about 17 miles or so away from it. It's there's a wide river that feeds into the Sea of Fallen Stars. That's quite a bit inland. So from Westgate, if you make like a straight beeline, it's about 16.5 to 17 miles. So it'll take, on the carpets, it'll take roughly like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. So I'll use an arcane recovery while we're on the carpet.
Okay. Are you getting that the high level spell slot back?
Probably.
Okay. I don't know how wizards work. You tell me what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can get a spell of level 8, so I can recover enough spell slots to equal level 8.
Okay, perfect.
But none of the slots can be 6 level or higher, so I'm probably going to get lower level ones.
Okay. That works. That's why I asked. I was like, I know you can get stuff back, but I don't know how that works, so you're going to have to fill me in on the details. Other than that, is there anything special you're doing while you're on the way? Any information Ryman wants to give anyone or not wants to give anyone? This is not compulsory, but it's just kind of like do we have stuff we need to do on the way there, or do you want to like cut to arriving at the edge of this river that you believe is the vertice of the like tributary, like where it begins?
I don't know what to expect, so I wouldn't know what to tell him.
Right. Yeah. These are advanced heroes, so he's not going to tell them anything that they don't know. I think the only thing that Ryman might do is, as they're getting closer, especially as they're kind of arriving, he's going to use Divine Sense and see if he can kind of pinpoint how many. It's just detecting good and evil. So yeah, you can know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover.
Okay. So as you get to about the point where you believe this to be based on the descriptions that I think it was Lafcadio gave after doing the soul cage thing, you start to call on your divine sense. There aren't any celestial fiends or undead. And although sage advice has said that this doesn't actually give you any type of feel for good or evil, I think that's dumb. So there's definitely that sort of sulfury, gross smell that you always encounter when there's evil afoot, or people have left an evil mark on the world, or there's an evil person around, that sort of a thing. So as you get closer, there's that sort of evil.
Well, I can say we're probably at the right place.
Good.
Yeah, so you arrive and you see what is essentially an otherwise unremarkable wide river. The banks have reeds on the ends of them. There are sparse trees around. They're all native to this region. There is one really large and kind of ostentatious tree trunk that has been flattened. It appears to be a redwood in nature, which describes its size. It's about 10 feet in diameter. Not native to this region, kind of sticks out a little bit, but it has been cut down. And that was something that Lafcadio saw when he was intrigued. Because you got a visual, right? Is that how that worked? Or was it description?
Yep, I could scry, basically. So
Scry,
audio
that's
and
what it
visual.
was. Yeah. So you saw, you heard some muffled sounding voices, and you saw, if you want to look at Roll20, this is the region that Lafcadio had seen. Except there aren't morning birds. I forget that some of these have sound. Should probably turn that down, figure out how to do it. There we go. Yeah, so it's dark. It's deep into the night at this point when you arrive. The moon and the stars are very bright, so you can still see. It would be considered dim light. This is a sort of area that doesn't have light pollution, so the light from the moon and the stars is still bright enough to actually make a difference. The water is rushing by. It does have that sort of gentle lull in the back of it, and it does kind of make the area a little bit louder than if you weren't next to the water, but you still don't hear anything amiss. There are crickets chirping and the sound of croaking frogs nearby. No longer the sound of voices that anyone can perceptibly hear. What would you like to do?
I suggest we go in using stealth and surround the area.
I totally agree. That would be most wonderful. Great suggestion. Ring of invisibility.
All right. Talon is invisible.
And you know us dwarves are stealthy.
Yeah. You take this side. Kale, me and you, let's go take the other one.
Okay.
I mean, are we hopping off the carpets?
Maybe a little ways out and then creep in. You can stay on the carpet, though, if you want to.
Okay.
When you say take this side and you guys take the other, do you mean north and south of the trunk, or do you mean east and west of the river?
Me and Kale are going far side.
Far side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
you can
south
move
part of the
faster.
map.
So that makes sense. Okay. You're actually approaching from the south on the map, from what it would look like if cardinal directions are true. So
and the north side.
Yeah, to be on because the end of this, the end of the tributary where you can tell it's being fed from, partially an underground spring, because there's kind of a pool up there, and there are some more mountainous regions off in the distance. So there is a bit of a rocky end to it where there's water trickling down and a small waterfall as well. But that's at the north part of the map, just off the map. And this is the edge of it. So you approach. Would you all make stealth rolls for me, please?
16.
Okay.
20.
I'm going to use
Nice,
one of my books to.
14.
You guys do?
And do I have advantage due
From
to
being invisible? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
17 for me.
Okay.
I
And I am
know,
at.
I don't know how I rolled that high, but I actually rolled a 13.
Yeah, and I am at disadvantage because of heavy plate armor.
Me
So
too.
that was a 14 at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would have been a 20.
I got 18.
Nice. Okay. So who's staying on carpets and who's getting off? Kale's staying on, everybody else is off?
I want to get off.
Yeah.
Okay, I know Wampum's off. The minute you're nearby, he's just like, whoosh, dive
Yep.
off.
Barrel roll. Just
Yeah. So whoever wants to be off can be off.
Yeah.
With Nas
Taz-
and... Go ahead.
Tasman will get off with Wampum, so I'm going to stick close to the dwarf.
Okay. So you're all on the south side. Nas and Kale are on the north side. Kale's still on the carpet. Everybody else is off. You put the other one away, or do you just like leave it on the ground?
I put it away.
Okay. And Taslim and Wampum are sticking close together. Well, Taslim's sticking close to Wampum. So you all approach. Is there anything you're keeping an eye out for as you get closer, or is it more like listening for voices?
Probably listening for voices, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Ryman doesn't have dark vision, so I think he's in this dim light. Yeah, he's listening more than looking.
Yeah, he's having a like he can see, but it's like when you're in the middle of like a pasture in the country and there's just the moon, so you can like see where the ground is and you can see where the stalks of things are that are growing. But if there were, like a raccoon in there, you definitely would not be able to see it because it's dark. So
Are we fighting raccoons, Katie? Is that what you're trying to say?
Hey, you know what? I try not to give anything away, but maybe I slipped.
Yeah,
So
just raccoons.
My pupils get really, really wide, almost consume my entire eyes as I start like hyper aware, looking for motion.
okay, go ahead, everyone, and make some perception checks for me. Ooh, of course.
I got 19.
20. Okay, 18.
17.
Nice.
24.
18. Okay, so there were so many natural 20s, although 2 were not used in that whole thing there. So you approach. You're all listening for voices. Those of you who can see are maybe keeping an eye out for movement and things like that, just trying to gauge the situation as you approach. And as you all slowly creep up, you, at the point where you are roughly 15 feet away from the stump, like on the other side, or fanned out as you are, the sound of like frogs gets louder, and it's pretty clear that there's like a little like family of them hopping around over there. You don't hear any voices from people, but anyone who rolled an 18 or above, you are able to, Ryman, the smell of the that like sulfury evil smell that you get is like very like pinpoint sharp the closer that you get to this region. And if you rolled an 18 or above, you catch the like sight of something in the ground about 10 feet away from this stump towards that tree that's slightly east and north of it, the large one with the widespread branches. And Nas, you specifically can see that there appears to be, it's this one. That's east, right? West, east? Yeah. I was like, why is somebody pinging the other tree? Oh no, did I do it wrong? You specifically see like discarded like wood that appears to be burnt, like firewood or something of some kind, even from as far away as you are. Like several people kind of like scanning the area, don't hear anything they're looking for, and kind of notice like off the like glimmer of the moon and starlight, even though it's like near a tree, that there's something that looks unusual for this like pretty flat grassy region, and you pinpoint it to be burnt wood specifically.
do a bunch of military hand signals.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah. Well, you saw it anyway, so you know. So how would you like to proceed?
With continued stealth.
Continued
And
stealth?
I'll do that thing where it's but sneak it up the back against
Like-
trees.
Doing
a spin
Pink
move.
Panther.
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
Only less smooth.
Okay. So you're heading towards the thing you saw, or the trunk?
I'm going to be sticking to the tree trunks as I go, so I will be sticking to the trunk first.
Gotcha. So since you're approaching from the north, and you and Kale will be the first two there, and if you're sticking towards like the trees to keep under like the sort of like shadow from the light, then you and Kale both see this like, it looks as if it does look like there was a campfire here. There's no like pit, there are no rocks around it. There's nothing to keep the area from burning, and the grass all looks like lush and green and unsinged, as if somebody were to have lit a fire on the ground. And there's like a scattering of this burnt wood, and it's pretty clear that something was probably in like a bowl, and was like discarded, or you know, some sort of vessel, and then was discarded. And with your natural 20, Nos, you look down, and in the sort of like, as the wind blows like the branches of the trees, and some of the light is able to like break through the like canopy created by this large tree, you see there's like a little bit of like a glimmer of reflective material, and you can see the sort of like singed piece of paper that has just a minor bit of like gold reflective edge to it on the side. And it looks like one of the cards that belonged to one of the decks that was like commissioned and donated for the celebration today.
I'm gonna look up in the trees as I approach that.
Okay.
Make sure nothing's gonna get the drop on us.
Mm-hmm. There are a few squirrels, a few birds up there, like in nests, not making a whole lot of noise. It's deep into the night. These don't seem to be nocturnal birds, but yeah, there's small like scampering of small creatures up there, but there don't seem to be any like humanoids.
Cool. Approach the burnt piece of card, and I'll check for traps as I go.
Okay.
And use my glaive to kind of poke around on the fire before picking it up. Okay.
You poke around. There don't seem to be any like tripwires, you know, like weird like boards or pressure plates or anything under anything. Any sort of like physical trap that could be like triggered or like sussed out by kind of like poking and prodding and moving around that area. That nothing seems to be tripped insofar as traps. And when you get a little bit closer, it's definite that there is like a small amount of wood that was burned. Are you kind of like taking a closer look at the like discarded remnants after you poke around? So you take a look at them, and you can see there's like ashes of varying consistencies. Specifically because you taste it, there is a saltiness and a metallic like tinge to some of the ash.
Tastes like money.
Which isn't, maybe. It is unusual of most campfires to be this salty. It's really salty.
Oh no! Wait, is that people?
Soylent Green is people. It is not people. It's
All
not.
right.
It's not like fat from flesh salty. It's like a sharp saltiness. Like if you were to like lick a salt rock. Like yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll having come up empty right here. I'll wait for Wampum and Tazlin and Lefcadio to all join us before I like.
Okay. So Kale and Nasser under a tree poking at something. If that, after the signaling gives you all the inclination to head over that direction, you totally can. Does anyone not head over that direction?
Katie, am I in the correct place on the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, however close or far away you were, you guys were on the south end. You can click and proceed. We're not in like combat or anything, so you're kind of free to like move about as you would like. But you were on the south side like that, yeah.
I will walk up to this tree to this point.
Okay.
Taslin is going to go check out the water.
Okay. You take a look at the water nearby. Insofar as like a freshwater stream, it looks pretty normal. There's like moss and algae. There are reeds. There don't seem to be like unusual flora. Like there's nothing that would typically be present in like a saltwater atmosphere. You can hear the jumping of the frogs from like lily pads and stuff like that. And this is like a really slow moving area of it. It's kind of like a higher elevation, and like further down the stream, it becomes a little bit more like heavy flowing. But this is kind of like that gentle meandering of the beginning of a water source as it's like cresting over the higher elevation. There are like occasional plops and like flicking sounds as like some watery creature, like a little fish or something really small, like change direction when they're swimming, and it makes a little bit of noise, or a frog plops into the water and things like that. There are like some like late, it's like early to mid autumn, and so there are some like holdout lightning bugs, but there's like 3 you see the whole time you're watching, because this isn't summer and this is really late in the season for them, and they're like about to go into their like hibernation and stuff like that, but nothing strikes you as unusual.
How deep is it, would you say? Or would I be able to tell from where I am?
Because you have, does Shadowkai have like superior dark vision, or is it normal dark vision?
I think it's just normal, everyday dark vision.
Okay, you can see that the edges are fairly shadow. Towards the middle, it is about like 20 to 30, maybe 40 feet wide in some places. And where it's widest, you would imagine that it's probably deeper in the middle, but it's hard to tell exactly how deep there. In some of the more narrow regions that are like 15 to 20 feet wide, that's where you can see like it's probably only like 4 or 5 feet deep total. Like this is the very beginning of the flow of this river.
Where is Ryman at? Is he hanging out with Wampum?
Yeah, I think that he's probably sticking with Wampum. I kind of feel like Nos was probably, she's trained to move in with someone else, which is exactly what she did, check something out, but kind of keep everybody else on the perimeter until things check out. So, yeah, if she's motioning everybody in, then he's going to move in and see what she's found.
So
I'm trying to put you on the map, but it's not working. I don't know why. Anyway.
It's okay. I have a ring of invisibility. It's fine. No.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
they burned something, and I don't see any signs of them currently. Whatever they did burn, it's not just, there's remnants of a card, but it tastes salty, and it tastes metallic.
Mm.
We be in the right place, right?
I mean, there's very clear evil that was done here that still remains here. Katie, can I do something like a religion check and see if I can figure out?
Yeah. So either religion or like survival, maybe history. One of the three of those.
Okay.
To see if you can parse these like details together. Parse? Parse is the wrong word. I don't know.
18.
So, in Beshavan worship, the sort of like sacred colors, especially for ceremony, are like purples and blacks. Red is involved in the sort of like culture of the thing as well, but purple and black are usually like for the important things. They're important colors. All of the like high ranking members in the church or whatever tend to wear purples and blacks. And when they are making offerings that they find to be important or like high value, they often will add potassium compounds to the flame to make them burn purple. And when potassium burns, it tastes salty.
Well, I think I know where the salt came from. This was definitely to Beshaba, and they wanted to make it special. I think they were using a special chemical to make the flame glow purple. We've seen this before, just never this close to home.
Well, that's fancy and all. Where the fuck are they? Can anyone get a bead on any kind of like motion away tracks? away from this location?
So as you have that thought, and it becomes clear that there is some sort of like an offering, with the very perceptive check that you made earlier, as you're glancing around, you do notice that about right here, where I'm pinging on the map, like basically you look over to your right, and you see that there are several indentations in the ground, like forming almost a ring. The earth here is very wet. There is a water source nearby. So if people were to kneel down, especially recently, then it will make those sort of like indentations of the pressure of their body being like pushing their knees into the ground. And it looks as though there were several people like kneeling down essentially in a circle.
I'm just going to be safe and stick the blade end of my glaive into those pockets.
Okay. So you all see like Nas kind of like wonders aloud about these things, and then looks over on the ground and takes her glaive and starts stabbing into the earth.
Maybe this seems to be an altar of some kind, this tree stump here. Let's defile it? I don't know.
Okay.
Blessed would be the better way. It's already defiled. But yes, absolutely. That's you'd make a good follower of the Free Fate. Destroying an altar to Beshaba, good instinct.
Well, Dad, you got this one?
Sure. Let's make it a team effort. There's plenty to go around.
Wampum will start chopping.
Okay. So you all approach, or at least the three of you approach this tree stump in the ground, and Wampum with your passive perception, and Kale with the perception check you made earlier. Nas was focused on the sort of like general region around like seeing people looking for movement. She noticed the this bit of firewood and what have you, and the two of you, as you start to approach this stump, you see what looks like around the very edges of the top a crease.
Wampum will put the point of his axe in that crease, start to pry it up and see if it'll move.
Okay. So you shove the thin end of the axe in there, and you're able to, like, it's very, very faint. You can probably get it in just a little bit, like a centimeter or so, and you kind of like pull back on it to see if it will move. And there is like a shift ever so slightly to the side, but you can feel the resistance of something that seems to be barred from the inside.
This be a door.
Let's smash it.
So, just to be clear, before you do that, we're abandoning stealth at that point, right?
Yep, there's no
Okay.
one to sneak up on out here, so
All right.
plan B.
Hack away.
He's talking about going in, girl. If we break down this door, there be no more stealth.
Are you concerned about that?
No.
Then let's bash that fucking door in.
All right. So, Nas and Wampum, who else is taking swings at the door?
Yeah, well.
Okay. Each of you go ahead and roll an attack roll for me.
$19.
That would be a 12 and a 12, 24.
Okay. Anything over a 5, roll damage. It's door. It's stationary. It's in the ground.
That's a total of 26 points of damage.
Okay. Is that in one swing or two?
2, because I get 2 attacks per turn.
Yeah, I figured. I was just looking at something else, so you tell me. So, Nas, you're attacking with the glaive. You make your 2 attacks. I don't know whether you would like stab down or whether it would be more of like a swing in this situation. But
I'm gonna stab the seam of it all, and then I'm gonna try to pry it each time.
Okay, gotcha. So, you make your first like stab into the seam, and like this seems to be built into what was natural wood at some point, and so you can see it kind of like sink in a little bit further than you would expect by something that was completely manufactured with the intention of being a door, until you like hit something metallic, and as you like wrench it upwards, you can feel like the bending of some sort of like something metal bending under the weight of it, and then you make the second attack, and there's kind of like a shudder to the door. And then the next two are go ahead, Ryman, tell me what your damage was.
12 and 10.
Okay, so what are you attacking with?
The glaive.
The glaive. Okay, so glaive twins. I love it.
Yeah.
So
I think we're both just kind of prying it up.
Yeah, like I imagine like the attacks happening like one after another, so it's like Nos and then Ryman and then Nos again and then Ryman as Wampum is like swinging down with the axe. So like she pries it up a little bit, you pry it up a bit more, and by the second time she attacks, you can feel the bend of the metal under it, and there's like rattling going on at this point. So aside from the like dull thumping noises that do seem a little bit more hollow than you would anticipate for an actual tree trunk, there's like this sort of like metallic rattling going on. So Ryman, you hit the second time, and you like lift as you're stabbing into the crease like Nas is, and there's like a visible lift to it, and you almost like hear like creaking and breaking of something like within. And then Wampum, what's your damage?
After 3 attacks is 56.
So Wampum's first swing comes down, and the like door buckles a little bit, and you hear the like continuing bend of something metallic within. With the second one, it's almost smashed in half, and then with the third attack, the door literally breaks into like 2 chunks that are like bent and mattered in wood, kind of goes flying everywhere, and it's like dented inward where you look down into it and you can see a descending staircase made from stone that's clearly been placed here intentionally. It's not like native to the region.
I'm like, ooh, dungeon.
Wampum look down. We home.
With your passive perception, you hear ever so faintly, like echoing down the hallway, soft footsteps.
I take the little soul cage that I have, and I query the soul, and I say, mate, are there any traps ahead between here and our quarry?
And it is compelled to answer you truthfully, but it can be cryptic, correct?
Let me cast it, or throw it up in there again.
Yeah.
And my spell sheet, boop, is there, and I click the thing by doing the click.
I probably could like scroll up. I'm sure.
Found it.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
it is up there. My bad. And this is query soul. Breathe telepathic answer, which you understand regardless of language. Answer must be truthfully and to the best of its ability. The answer no. Okay, so it might be cryptic.
Yep.
So the response is only the traps that our lady has lain before you. They are great in number. They are great in number. Or actually, they'd say we are great in number.
Mates, I know that we've forgone the stealthy route. I just had a chat with our friend here, dearly departed, and he says cryptically that the only traps we have to worry about are the many that the lady has laid out before us. He might be just indicating themselves. I got the impression that there weren't actual traps. But, you guys are going to be in front anyway, so proceed however you want.
And this is the goddess of misfortune, correct?
Aye.
Indeed.
So I would assume in a temple of hers that she may take some part in causing us misfortune, even if it's not a trap that someone set.
Don't care. Gonna kick their asses, and I'd like to try to rip off part of the door.
Okay, make an athletics check. And you're not raging yet, so it's still just a straight roll, right?
Yeah, but I will use a viewer inspiration for this,
Okay.
which is a 23.
Nice. So as you do this, you've kind of like rested the glaive back, and you reach down with both of your hands, and this door has been like hewn in half. It's like bent up where you can like see some of the exposed metal from underneath, and it's clear that there was like a hinge on the side that you're on, and the other had just kind of like fallen where like it was still kind of slightly attached to the side where it had been barred, and you just reach down and like rip it off of this industrial metal like double hinge and like throw it aside as if it were just like a normal piece of wood, like a branch you're breaking off a tree. Wood chips go splintering and flying everywhere. There's like that scent of like when you first break like a fresh piece of wood, and there's that sort of like earthy scent to it. Yeah, exactly. There's a little bit of that to it too, as like some of the wood just like chips and splinters, and there's like fresh wood smell in the breeze, which actually Ryman you don't even catch a whiff of, because there's just this like sulfurous, malodorous smell still kind of like wafting through your nostrils as the ability has faded, but once you're like attuned to it and aware of it, it's just kind of like ugh, like you can't, like it's like a bad taste in your mouth almost.
Yeah. He still does wipe away like one prideful tear as he watches like Nos tear that door away. Just, that's my girl.
I'm gonna lay that plank down on the top of the stairs like a skateboard. Put one foot on it. You're like, who's ready?
I love it.
I'll give you 5 gold if you make it to the bottom.
You're on.
Oh no.
Well, I'm sure she'll make it to the bottom.
That's why he's on.
Yeah.
Shush.
This is like a Jin wish. Like he didn't say how she made it to the bottom, right? Okay, so what do you do from there?
Put the glaive up under my arm and become a lance.
It's like jousting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a 20-foot decline there of like evenly spaced steps. They are there's like the air of humidity is heavy here because it is next to a water source. So there's like a little bit of dampness to this, which will just make it easier to do what you're attempting to do with the like metallic bottom of this, and you like push off or like kick off or whatever.
Totally.
Okay. So you step down onto it. Go ahead and make like an acrobatics check.
Kids these days and their newfangled toys.
And I would say that you have, I would say that you have advantage because it's got a metallic bottom, and then there's this like humidity to the stairs, and this is something you're like intentionally doing, so you have the time to like, go ahead.
Well, then that's a 22.
Yeah. So you like lean forward onto it, and you start descending down the stairs, and you can see as like the slope of the like roof, which is mostly earthen but a little bit of stonework with like supports in the side, starts to kind of like there's like probably about 10 or 15 feet where it's like straight down, and then it kind of opens up a little bit, and you can see that there's like a long hallway in front of you. And as you get to the bottom, you like step back on the backside where this like impromptu skateboard kind of like flips up straight out in front of you, and you're able to like kick it off down the hallway, and it goes like skidding down and like impales into like the earthen wall where it's just kind of like sticking out the side and becomes like a board you'll all have to step over later on.
Nice.
It looks really cool, and you can all see her go the whole way down because the angle is not like it's like a steep slope.
That was worth the 5 gold.
Hold my hand out for it.
But when I get down there, I'll hand her the 5 gold. That'd be worth it.
Nice.
That
All
was
right.
pretty.
Thank you.
So you descend into this. You can decide your marching order, and then we will continue on. You will follow down a hallway, and you can hear like it's about like 30 feet long, and then there's a sharp turn, like a 90-degree angle essentially, and you can hear like the crackling of campfire, of like braziers. Something is on fire, and there's like a faint glow. Like barely on the edges around the corner where you can see like the tiniest bit of light. And we will move over to this map.
I will follow directly behind Nos.
Okay. Roll20 is taking a second though, so it'll be just a moment. Oh, come on. do the thing. There it goes. So you all are going to start. I will put. You're going to be in the. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
It's dark for me, Katie.
Yeah, it is dark.
Okay.
There will be. Let's see here. I'm going to put one of you down, and I believe that should reveal what needs to be revealed. We'll see. It is intentionally it's a dark place. So you pass the one light source that was basically like a sconce almost in the hallway. Why are things not snapping like I want them to snap? Well, we'll see. That's fine. So you're going to start in the sort of bottom left-hand side of the map. I've put down one person. You don't have. Does anybody have an actual light source?
Yeah, I was going to say I'll turn the light on the drift globe.
Oh,
Okay.
Smart.
Okay. So in that case, if you have an actual light source, and then who all has dark vision?
Everybody but
I
Ryan.
think everybody.
Okay.
But Ryman, yeah.
Do your tokens have dark vision entered into them? Probably not, because John couldn't see anything. How long is your bright light extend from sunlight, or from your light? Is it 30 feet? It's just a light cantrip that you're doing?
Yeah, it's just a light cantrip. So it is 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light.
Oh, 20 feet. Okay, 1 second.
Mer.
Okay, well then I'll put 40 because this is bright and then dim. So there's that, and then I will adjust. So everyone can drop their tokens down by Kale Bear, which you should be able to see is light illuminating some of the area. Advanced. Not emits light. Has sight. There we go. Has sight. 60 feet. Okay. Lecadio, does that give you... Well, I guess, yeah, you should have additional 20 feet of vision beyond what the light shows. Did that work?
I can see pretty far. The blackness goes. I can see to there.
You see beyond the light? Okay.
I can see the lines being drawn on the map, but other than that, it's black.
Okay.
Drop your token on the
Yep.
bottom left-hand corner.
Oh yeah, you've got to put the token down or you won't be able to see anything.
Okay, let's do this. And bottom left corner.
There we go. So I'll move you right here-ish. You can, like I said, you can adjust your marching order as needed in a second. But oh yeah, your dark vision wasn't marked.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Now I
So
can
now. Okay.
Oh no, there's 2 Rymans.
Uh-oh. I will delete. Wait, which one did I? Oh, I didn't make any adjustments to yours because you don't have dark. Yeah. Okay, I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That looks like everyone. All right. So, how would you like to proceed? You can hear additional crackling in the distance. You can see a light source in the distance. Some of you might be limited to the vision in the light. Some of you might be able to see other things based on your dark vision.
So I do see things.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we identify what those things are about 40 feet out?
They both look to be, they are masked, so many of their features are concealed. They are definitely humanoid. They have long, white and mauvish looking hair. It doesn't look natural. It looks like bits of it have been dyed. And they are wearing light armor, leathers, studded leather. It's black. There are mauve emblems of antlers across the chest plate. It's not a plate when it's leather, but the cuirass, whatever. Leather armor.
Do they appear to be armed and ready for combat, or?
They do. They as soon as you all around the corner and they see the source of light, they draw weapons, and you see them draw weapons with their left hand. Their right hands come up, and something happens, and they these images are not correct, but they summon something. They look like giant elk. They have big antlers at the front of them, and they are like quadrupedal creatures with the sort of like long and then thinning face that like an elk would have, but they're like distorted and darkened, and they're kind of shadowy. And there appears to be maybe 4 of them or 2. It's hard to tell.
As
Welcome,
we
Return to Nos. Can I get the party started?
That seems only right.
I'm gonna nod, but after I nod, I will turn back to the people down the corridor, crack my neck, and my glaive starts to slowly spin. I'm gonna say, it's been a long time since I've been able to, what was it you said, Taslin? Go ham.
Oh yes, I do believe I coined that phrase.
I love it.
Still
Okay.
don't understand what that means.
Wampus
Centuries ago, that phrase. I made it.
will launch his blast axe.
Well, I'm gonna need you to roll initiative because they knew you were coming. 1 second. Let me clear out the old one that I hadn't bothered to clear out before. And then make sure you click on your token before you click initiative on your sheet.
Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm going to make that my roll.
So, Katie, I still can't see anything. I think it's because my token isn't associated with essentially my profile.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, with like a character sheet.
Yeah,
That's fair.
but it's all good. I rolled a 16, so.
Just a second. What I'll do is I'll just put 40 feet of dark vision, and that'll probably cover basically like what Kale
Fair enough.
points out. Because then there's going to be like dotted light sources and stuff anyway.
Ooh.
We'll do 30 feet. Has to-
30 feet.
There you go. Oh, wait, I think I did. Can you see now? Okay. I was like, wait, did I click on the wrong sheet? Okay. There's one of those. Ignore their names. And then another one. One day I'll be good at Roll20. Today is not that day, but one day I will do it.
I think if you hold control and you select numerous tokens, you can roll initiative for all of them. But
Ooh,
I'm not
that'd be
certain.
nice. Well, they all have like, I guess I could have done it in like sets of 2 because they have different initiatives. I don't know. Has everyone rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Kale and Nas will be the first 2 to go. Which of you has the higher dex score?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay. I wonder if I can adjust this.
Check, actually.
I think I can. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we will start with Nas. Do we want to take our break a bit early, or do we want to finish this and then take our break? Up to you all.
Let's kill something.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will do
Let
that
me
first.
roll some dice.
I just want to do something. Okay, perfect. All right, so Nas, you actually get to kick us off. The anger, the rage, gives you a little bit of an edge on that. How would you like to proceed? In contemplation, clearly.
Looking where the fuck my information is on my battle cry.
Okay.
I think it's a bonus action.
I'm not
Hold
sure.
up.
Is that in Roll20 or D&D Beyond?
Path of the
Oh.
Zealot. Zealot's
Oh.
present. As a bonus action, you unleash a battle cry.
Hey.
Okay. Well, I can't do that without raging, so I'll go ahead and rage first, and then I'll just point my glaive and be like, "Wampum kill!" But I'll stay here.
Okay.
I will reserve an attack if something gets within 10 feet of me.
Okay. Perfect.
But hold on. To make it easier, Let me use a viewer inspiration, and I'll roll that initiative again.
Ooh, okay.
Let's see if it comes up any better. There we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. We're moving Wampum up to the top then. Wait. Oh, you know what? I need to move Nos back. Burp. Okay. In that case, you can still totally do that on your turn if you would like, but if Wampum's going first, I think you might do things a little differently.
That is correct.
So we'll say before initiative actually starts, you look over and you say, Wampum kill. And now, it is your
I
turn.
will throw my blast axe at him,
Okay.
causing it to explode into a fireball.
Nice.
So that will be. Let's see. Let's just do this. I see you. 27 points.
All right.
I'm sorry, 22 points.
22 points. And that is like a radius, like a normal fireball, so like 20
Yes,
feet? Or...
Yeah, that is a 20-foot radius fireball.
All right, so they all need to make dex saves then. We'll do, I think that would be all of them. You threw it at this one, right? Yeah, it's definitely all of them. Okay. Let's see here. Dex save, and dex save. What is the DC?
I believe it is a.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 failures. It's a what?
I believe it's a 16. 1 second.
Okay.
Let me bring that.
That seems reasonable for as high level as you all are. But it probably depends on the item, I guess.
Right. Blast axe.
One of the individuals kind of sees this.
DC 16.
Okay. So not the one that you targeted, but the one behind them kind of sees this happening and manages to kind of like dodge out of the way and then retake their position as the like fire spreads outwards. But the rest of them do not. So the rest of them, I'll take that tasty 22 points of damage. And what else would you like to do?
That the blast axe does not come back till the end of my turn.
Okay.
And then after that explodes, I will move up 10 to here.
Okay. I don't know why it's not snapping to the appropriate grid. I'm sorry. It's close enough. We'll have to deal with it. Okay. Is that the end of your turn then? No, bonus action. It is?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Nas.
Yeah, I did the hand thing. Crack my neck. Now I rage.
Yeah.
For reals.
For real rage. Okay.
Charging up behind Wampum. Gonna keep a 10-foot distance between me and the enemy.
Okay.
And let's do that, Ham. Let's be our words.
Okay. So make your attacks, and you're attacking the like elk-looking shadowy creatures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically the first thing.
Yeah, there do appear to be like 2 of them. Maybe it's kind of shadowy, and its form is a little bit like weird to suss out. So you do have disadvantage on the attacks.
Ooh, the first one is a nat 1, but the second one is an 18.
Okay. The 18 definitely hits. Does a glaive do something weird on that ones?
Yes.
Or is it, okay.
With it, whenever I strike something, the blade part of it sparks up in these golden little miniature stars, and I do an additional 9 radiant damage to an already 19 slashing, magical slashing.
Okay. And what happens with the crit fail? There's like a table you roll on?
Oh god, yeah, I gotta roll on the goddamn
It's the
Blade of Wonder table.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a while. It's been a while.
I was like, I feel like there's a table involved in this because I found it out when we were fighting I'm always on your side, obviously, fighting Neuron Vein. And you were like, oh, I have to roll on this table. And then you fell unconscious. And I was like, what? That sounds terrible.
It's just fortune.
That's true. You are in the layer, or supposedly a layer of misfortune.
Okay, so we got a 61. That means that grass grows on the ground in a 60-foot radius centered on the target. If grass already is there, it grows to 10 times its normal size and remains overgrown for a minute. All right, so grass grows around me for 60 feet.
And the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. I think 60 feet is basically like this entire, like the entire visible range of this, like barring the walls and even like up the sides of these like mostly earthen walls, this all of a sudden this like thick luscious grass grows up beneath your feet, and like all of the like echoing that your footsteps were making ceases. So that's kind of nice.
Beshaba may be here, but so is Timora.
Okay, so that was your action, and you raised as a bonus action, and you're. So are you done here? Or are you gonna move from there?
I'm done here.
Okay. Kale, it's your turn.
Kale's going to step up a little bit to like here, I guess, and then he's going to. You ever have one of those like touch lamps where you touch it and it's got like the different light levels? Great time to tap it. So the drift globe is on light level 1 right now, and he's just gonna tap it another time and turn it up to light level 2 by having it cast the daylight spell.
Oof.
So
Okay.
I'm going to increase the radius of the thing you put on me to 60 feet, and that's all bright light now.
Nice. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, it looks like they all have to kind of like wince a little bit at it. It doesn't look like they are like incredibly like upset by this sudden bright light, but it like obviously their eyes had adjusted to the sort of like low light setting, and so there was a bit of like wincing to it. Does that cause damage? That's just light, right?
It's just daylight, yeah.
Okay.
It's not even sunlight technically. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
But that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Taslin.
All right. Tazlin's invisible, so he's just gonna use his action to dash through the combat. Just straight to the other side.
Okay. Make a beeline for it. Easily done.
And that is all I have this
I love
turn, is
Okay.
just not being on that side.
Right. Positioning. Okay.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I want to use a bonus action, but I also don't. I'm good. I'm cool. I'm cool where I am. Tazlin's good.
Cool.
Ryman, it is your turn. Your daughter and her other adopted father have been just wailing on this like weird giant spectral elk-looking thing. It's not looking too great, TBH.
Yeah, Nels has 2 dads. I am going to have Ryman move 30 feet, which... And it's been a while since I've done this. I guess that's about there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I gotta re-click. Oh, that's shifting all the light around. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to have him use Misty Step as a bonus action and move an additional 30 feet, which I hope is behind these guys. Hey, yeah, it is. And he's going to move to 10 feet behind the cultists, I guess, if that's what you want to call them.
Yeah, they're cultists, just not of Levistus.
And he's going to take his 2 attacks, one against each of them.
All right. Make your attack rolls.
Pretty sure it's plus. Yeah, it's plus 7. So that is an 18 and a 24.
Definitely hit. Yeah, both of those hit.
Okay.
Let me know what your damage is. So that was your movement and your bonus action, so the attacks will be the end of your turn.
Well, he has 2 attacks. So
Yeah, both of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
More just like Lefkadio, you're on deck.
So 11 and 7.
Okay. All right, 11 to that one. The one who previously had not been wounded just yet does finally take damage. You have like some satisfying like connections with the glaive as you can feel it like move past the armor and sink into their flesh. And Lefkadio, it is your turn.
Right. Well, with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex on the elk-looking fella.
Okay.
Give him disadvantage on strength checks.
Nice. Okay.
And then I will... Let's see, how far away am I? I'll just move up a smidge. Oh, I now see there are two of them. But I will focus fire on the one that Nos and Wampum are at and start firing with my hand crossbow.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks. If they're hexed, do you get advantage on the attack roll?
Nope, just an
Okay.
extra d6 of damage.
Okay, so your attacks have disadvantage then. As their duplicitous form shifts in front of your eyes.
Gotcha. That is a 19 and 21, sorry.
Both connect.
All right, so that is 24 damage and 25 damage, respectively.
Dang. All right. And that's with the hex damage?
Yes, it is.
Okay. The first bolt sinks deeply into the form you recognize to be the true one of this creature, and then your second one hits it truly. And how would you like to end this entity's unlife?
Before I end it, I will note that some of that damage is necrotic. I don't know if that's relevant.
I don't believe so. Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm just taking shots with the light, and I see it's shifting, and I got 2 shots with my double crossbows. That's 4 bolts going flying. So I'm aiming for both of its eyes, I think. Just pew pew.
Oh wait, it's 4 bolts. But
it's
each
a double
okay.
crossbow. Go do.
Gotcha.
So he gets 2 crossbows in both of his eyes. Crossbow bolts. In both of
Nice.
his.
Yeah, 1 sinks in, or 2 sink into one side and 2 sink into the other, and it its form shifts in this really erratic pattern. It's not very graceful at all, and it just kind of dissipates with this small burst of this blackish energy, and that one is dead. Very good. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. This buddy, they finally get to take their turns because I think I failed every single one of their initiative rolls, critically. So this one is going to move up to you, Wampum.
I would like to use my reaction to do my polearm master thing and poke it.
Poke it. Do it.
And actually, if that one moved, do I get a reaction since it moved out of range?
Oh, yeah, because you have a glaive, so it's 10 feet, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So both of you make your poke rolls. 15 does meet. 15 is the AC. So go ahead and roll your damage, Nos.
It was 24 to hit and 7 for damage.
Okay. An additional 7 damage.
Hit it for 15.
Okay. This one who had looked, they had taken a poke from you, Ryman, but other than that, they looked to be fine. They now take 2 solid hits and look a little bit less confident in their decision to move up and engage. Let's see here. Doesn't have that anymore. Okay, just going to make 2 attacks with a short sword. I'm thinking a 10 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Neither does a 9. So that was a really impotent turn of theirs. Okay. And that's it for that one's turn. did really well with that one. This one is dead. Okay, this one is still alive. So this spectral elk creature similarly kind of shifts to the side over here, focusing on you, Wampum. And the antlers on the top of its shifting form, sort of almost like lax in nature, where they had looked like stiff antlers of like an elk-like creature before. It's almost like they kind of melt away, and then suddenly they lash out at you. And it makes 2 attacks as well. Oh, well, okay, that didn't actually do anything. Why doesn't it do anything? That's fine. We'll just do this.
It's because Beshaba.
Yeah, right. 9, 13 don't hit either, so they're just like the like cultist individual is like trying to slash at you with these dual short swords, and you're able to easily like parry and dodge them, and then these like antlers like melt away and come lashing out at you, and like they just kind of like bounce off your armor like completely impotently. The other one is passed away, and it is Wampum's turn again.
All right, Wampum will swing at the one that is in front of him. So the first swing is a 22.
Yep, that hits.
That is for 15 points of damage. Let's see, 8 of that is radiant.
Okay.
Second attack is a 9 plus 12, 21.
Oof. Oh, what was the damage on the first one? I'm sorry. I was checking about radiant.
15.
Okay, minus 15. Oof, this one was looking fine earlier and appears to be barely clinging to life at this particular juncture.
And the second attack is going to be 19 points of damage, 7 of that be radiant.
Okay. Then with the second attack, or the third attack? Wait.
Second attack.
Second attack. How would you like to end this one's life?
Let's just knock him. With my swing, I'll just knock him 10 feet in front of me with a backswing.
Okay.
As I rush forward to this one.
All right.
And my third attack is going to be a 6 plus 12, 18.
Yep. That connects as well.
And that's a much better roll. That is 27 points. 10 of that's radiant.
Okay. This one similarly takes a solid hit from you, and you don't necessarily see like fear in their eyes, perhaps, but it's definitely that sort of like more like cornered animal sort of stance. Whereas before there was a little bit of like air of you've come to us, and now it's a little bit more like, oh shit.
And my last attack with my offhand,
okay,
is going to be 17 plus 12.
Yeah, it's.
And that is going to be a whole, because I rolled a 1 on my damage die, plus 7, be 8 points of damage.
Okay. They are still standing. Not very well, but they are still standing.
You know what? No, we're too early. I'm not going to action surge yet. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. And then it is Nasa's turn.
I'm gonna yell, yeah! I'm gonna jump, and I'm going to attempt to grapple this other elk thing in an attempt to maintain which one is the real one and which one isn't.
Okay. Go ahead and make your grappling's just an attack roll, right?
It's an athletics.
Athletics check. Go ahead and make your athletics check. With, I suppose, disadvantage.
21.
21 is still, you easily are able to gauge which one appears to be the correct form of this figure, and you leap onto it. Is there any particular way that you're going to grapple it?
I'm going to grab its horns, do like a backflip in the air while still maintaining my hold on it, land on its back, and then I guess, well, no, it would be a front flip, because I'd have to land on it front ways in order to continue to grab it by one of its horns and then just attempt to stab it.
Yeah, I see the like grabbing with one hand and doing like the front flip with like a twist so that you land on it and can grab the other one. And now you're like riding it essentially kind of thing. Or did you want to land
Well, I
next
gotta
to
have
it?
my hands free in order to do the attack, so I guess I'm holding onto it now with my thighs.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Back of the head.
All right.
That is I'm gonna use a luck on that.
Okay.
Because that would... No, I would have had a 15. Does that cancel out the disadvantage?
I think a successful grapple causes a restrained condition, which does cause advantage, so they would cancel out at this point. So it would be a
Okay.
15.
15. Is that it?
Yes. Mhm.
All right, so that's 20 slashing. Good roll. On
Yeah.
top of 11 radiant. Also a good roll.
Okay. Yeah, so you connect with this. It's easier to hit now that you are like on top of the thing and can feel the correct like you see the other form of it kind of like off to the side, like shifting, and it rears back a bit as you've done this, as it's obviously trying to like get you off, but it doesn't have the ability to do so at this moment. And as the glaive connects and the sort of like small like sparking stars come out of it, you can see that this thing is very unhappy with that.
Good.
Second attack, right?
The grapple would have
grapple
been
was
one of my
first one.
attacks. So
Yep.
I'm done.
Okay. All right.
Wait. I can make a half attack. Hold up.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like there's like a follow up to this. You stab it and then you. Oh, and it's a crit, of course. So do you roll on the table for crits too, right?
Yes, I do.
All right.
But that is, for the record, 19 points of half damage. Good God.
I love it.
Okay.
This thing is holding on to awareness, to being.
Got a 37, which means I cast lightning bolt.
That's in a line, right? Which line would you like to cast lightning bolt in?
Mine are always
Go ahead.
mine are always pretty chaotic because I don't know what I'm doing. There's no intent behind it. It just happens.
Okay.
But if I was front facing the thing, I would assume it would be like this.
So what we'll do then is I'm going to roll a d8.
Okay.
North will be 1, and 2 will be like northeast. We'll go like clockwise around it in the cardinal directions.
All right.
Since chaos reigns. 1, so it points to, directly in front of you. Which way was directly in front of you? I've rolled so many ones. This way. Okay. So it shoots off this way. Go ahead and roll the lightning bolt damage.
Okay.
This is going to be so funny.
29 points.
Okay. All right. Let me do something really quick here. How do I delete that? Let's see here. I don't want to clear the whole drawing. I want to delete a line. I'm trying to remember. Go ahead.
DC, by the way, is 15. I don't know.
DC.
I'm on them, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. I don't know if I can delete just a... Oh, wait, here we go. No, I don't think I can. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. So the creature perishes. It lightning courses through its body, and there's like some stuttering, and it like collapses to the ground, dissipates under you, and you land on your feet. Carl, do you happen to know how to delete a portion of the lines for the dynamic lighting? Because you're gonna like blast a hole in the wall, basically.
Ping which wall you want to get rid of, and I'll see if I can do it.
I want to get rid of, I'm just going to draw a line here. It went straight out, so it's going to basically like delete, oh no, not a square. Why would you do a square? I don't want a square. Freehand. It's going to delete this section right here. You see that on the map? Here, I'll ping it.
Oh, okay,
right
yeah,
there.
I see it. I see it.
Just like that little, like 5-10 feet right there.
Okay, I will see if I can figure that out.
Okay. So what you can't see, like on the map, but what what is actually there behind that, the wall collapses. It explodes in at the force of this lightning bolt, and this like dirt and like wet earth goes flying, and the very shocked look of another individual is like revealed as this wall blasts away, and the lightning bolt hits them, and they are just like burnt to a crisp by lightning. From the other side of the wall.
Cut to back to Nos. She looks equally shocked.
Yeah. And what you see inside is like there seems to be a room built in behind this wall. It looks like it's like half natural, half like hewn from the dirt, and there are like tables in there, and there's a bit of commotion and a couple of shouts from inside. And there are also at this shouts from the room below. Where there are two more people who don't look like the ones you've been engaged so far, but there are two people down in that room below that I believe you've all had the chance to see now as you've been like running around the map.
I look around and I'm just like, excuse me.
Is that your turn?
That's it for me.
I love it. Kale.
Wampum will yell to Kale.
Yeah.
Two below in the room.
Two below.
Now I can see nothing.
Yeah, the lights all just got turned off.
That's me. Sorry.
Okay. What was your plan, Kale?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What does he mean by two below in the room that just got revealed?
Yeah, as you well, you haven't moved by yet. So the room below, there's like a slightly ajar doorway, and so Wampum has like pointed at it, and he's saying like there's two more in there. Is kind of like, so this thing to the south here that you can't see right now, where that like wall was, there's a doorway up there.
To the south, like if I were to run past, because I can't see anything still.
If you were to run by, it would be on your right.
Like if I were to run in the direction where the fight's going, is on my right. Like, and it's where like the cavern kind of opens up already anyway. Like it's not the wall that was just destroyed.
The wall that was destroyed is above you. You know what? Don't worry about it, Carl. It's fine.
That looks good now.
Here.
Looks fixed.
Yeah. So, well, we were, yeah.
We're trying to do some other thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it's like right here. You can see that there is like a wooden structure built into the wall where there's like a doorway of sorts that is there, and it opens inward. And there's like noises from in there of like people shuffling around, and Wampum has pointed at it.
Okay. Kill will go stand in the doorway. He'll run over, look through the doorway. What do these people look like?
These look like two humanoids. They're in black, like robes. They are pretty unremarkable. There are like small mauve antlers on them. One is male and one is female. Just humans.
Okay. Should I run into the room? Because if I run into the room, my light goes away from outside. I'll stay here.
Mm-hmm. They do have like swords on them, by the way. Sorry.
They have weapons like drawn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then Kale will say, "Agents of Shadow, your fate is sealed," and he'll point a finger at him. And the drift globe will glow a little bit more, and then a small mode of light will fly out and kind of go like right in between the two of them, and then explode in a fireball.
Fireball, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll make some dex saves for them.
So DC 18. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2 more.
Come on, cheat roll for me, please.
23.
Oh, there it goes. That was a 9 and a 10. They fail.
So 6, 29, 30, 32. 32 fire damage.
Okay. So, this small mote of fire kind of like hurls into the space between them. And you can tell, I would say that based on the like the way that the fire spreads, as you would typically expect for it to, but how incredibly burnt to a crisp these two are. These were not very hardy individuals. They like double true death or something like that. Yeah, like there are bones left. Like the skin has been completely burnt. There's just like char around. There's like collapsed, burnt skeletons on the ground.
That's why I was thinking about just doing burning hands because they seemed like kind of wussies, but whatever.
But now you know, and you do have that knowledge if you would like to share it.
Nah.
Okay.
Everyone else will figure it out. That's my turn.
Mm-hmm. All right. So then Taslin.
I'm going to go 30 feet to the right.
Okay. Taslin running away. No, I'm kidding.
I prefer the term solitary explorer.
There you go. That's fair.
Combat expertise.
All right. So you run off that way. And as you do so, I believe you can see further to the right. Or is the like overlay thing still messed up where you can't see anything?
I can see to the right. I see like two figures right here. Oh, whoops, I have that. I have this, and I can see like around here. That's about it.
Okay, perfect. So, so as you come like running off the edge of it, you look at enough time to see two more of these like masked individuals with this like whitish and mauve hair, kind of like look at you, and they lift one hand up in the air.
Well, I mean, I'm invisible still.
Oh, that's right. They don't actually see you.
That's why.
So you see them. Yeah, you see them doing this, but they are not making like eye contact with you. They look like they're looking like beyond you, towards like what's going on the other side, as they summon additional these like large, giant, like not shape-shifty, but like distorted form elks.
Okay. So these were already summoned when I got here, rather than
you ran into and saw it happening, because it's still like it's still dark in this sort of like midsection, so everyone that's like back in this battle can't see beyond the light source, or like they have 60 feet, but it doesn't reach that far. Like I think the closest person is Nas, and 60 feet only makes it like right before this like raised platform over here. So you run over and you see this happening.
Okay. Well, I don't like my chances against four things, so I'm gonna use the dash action, I guess, and go 30 feet north.
Okay.
Up into that little alcove, like right here.
Okay. Yeah, you
and
see a
I'll
little
just
alcove.
wait for them to pass, and then I'll do my thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry, team.
Oops. Well, that'll be fine. And then this one. And they won't be added until the next go. Oh wait, I did the wrong one anyway. Heck. Those are 14 and a 15. I'll just go and trash those right now. Wait, they didn't even show up anyway. Never mind. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we have deleted those. Okay, so that was your turn. So it is Ryman's turn again.
So, kind of in the area where Ryman is, the only one left standing is that one cultist, right? The two elk things and the one cultist are dead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the one in front of Wampum's still up.
Right. And what's the? How bad are they looking?
Like they're clinging to life.
Okay. Yeah, I think he'll just go ahead and do one of his attacks on them.
Okay.
Where'd you go? Come back. Okay, so that's 17.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
And was it 11?
That is like 1 point more than we needed to kill them. So how would you like to end this individual?
I think Ryman with his glaive is just going to kind of lands it forwards and then just twist and pull it out.
Gotcha. Quick and clean.
Yeah. And then I think he's going to take his movement and I guess try to... Well, that room did open up. So yeah, I think he's going to take his movement and try to move towards the the ozone-filled hole that Nos blew open.
Yeah. Your 30 feet could reach just to the entrance and like make it around the side where you could see in. So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and move you here so that you can see. I'll move you here so that you can see. You're in the room more like down here, but since the thing isn't snapping properly, I'm just going to put you here because you would be able to run the corner and see two people that look like more simple cultists in just like ropes are.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's going to kind of prepare his glaive, and he is going to, as his... So a second attack can be just any other action, right?
It's if you have 2 attacks on your turn, you can grapple or you can attack, but you can't take a separate action. So because you've initiated the attack action, you can only attack or grapple.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess he's just going to prepare an attack then.
Okay.
And that'll
What
end
is
my turn.
so you're holding an attack. Can you do that if you've already attacked once? Whatever, we'll do it.
I mean, technically he has reaction if they even get within 10 feet of him anyway, so
Okay.
we'll call that what it is.
If they charge you, you're going to get a hit. You're going to get a hit in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's your turn. It is your turn, Lefcadio. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, did you tell us what this thing is?
This is just a big symbol on the floor. It's a dais. There was something else on this map, and I didn't want it there to confuse anyone. And I'm not an artist, so I made a little symbol and put it on top. It's just like a raised like stone dais that has been made that has like a raised like that sort of like shield background and the like antler effigy that is like it's like the symbol you're seeing all over the clothing here, basically.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll just use some movement to get 30 feet ahead of where I was. And then, I see there's still people in there. Right? There are people in there? In that room to the south?
Oh, for the south? No, they died. Sorry.
Okay.
I have not marked them. You see some scorched skeletons down there. They are way dead.
Yeah, I'm feeling lonely as the only person without dark vision or some access to fireball here.
I feel that.
They look like Luke's family in Star Wars.
New Hope, yeah.
Bro.
Oh no! Oh, I choke laughed on that one.
Oh,
Man.
Season 4, their child is going to avenge them.
I'm going to use my feline agility to double my movement for the turn. And so I'll have an extra 30 feet, and I'll chase where Ryman went.
Okay.
And that's going to make things interesting.
You can see them for sure.
For the screen. All right, and I'm going to use a bonus action to cast... Oh, no, not a bonus action. A regular action to cast Crown of Stars.
Okay. All right. Yeah, do it.
Which is really just, because I need a light source, right?
Yeah,
That's
of course.
Really.
So Ryman can see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now I
Would you like to describe what it looks like when you cast Crown of Stars? Because I'm not sure that Ryman would have ever seen this spell before.
So, Ryman will hear Kitty Cat. It's Kitty Cat. Dance, 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 and he dance, dance, dance. And he pads up behind him. And as he's walking through the rubble that was the wall, 7 motes of light burst around Lefcadio's head. And you'll see one of them immediately go shooting towards, with my bonus action, towards one of the folks that are back there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and make your spell attack. You might say he looks a bit like Lion King right now.
I was going to say, with stars around you, it almost like Looney Tunes, yeah?
Yeah, but these are really grand.
Right, yeah. Magnificent stars.
So it's a 14 to hit, and 19 radiant damage is done.
Oh yeah, so this like radiant energy goes streaking over this individual, and as it like hits them, there's like this impact and a bit of like an explosion of light. And similarly, like the clothes are burnt off of them. The like it's still there, but it's like charred, and there's bits of it that like turn to dust as they like collapse onto the ground, like well obliterated. So this one is well dead now too.
It's a neat trick.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite spells. Okay.
That's
Well,
it. Yeah.
sorry, I would normally ask, but I know that that's been your like action, bonus action, and all that stuff.
And I'm just going to move my token on the map because I'm the one showing the map, and if I don't move it, then almost the entire screen is black. But
Okay, gotcha.
I'm behind Ryman.
All right, Wampum will move his 25 feet to there. And I'll go ahead and move additional.
Okay.
That's kind of funky.
Yeah, it's weird because it's not snapping to the right squares. Everything's ruined.
All right, so
But you can see the other person back there, yeah.
I will 25, that's the 5, and 10, 15, 25 will put me right there.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, we'll finish this round and then we'll go to a break. So Nas, it is your turn. Or do you want to go ahead and
get
take
him.
it now?
Okay, well we can take it now.
Up to you guys. What do you want to do?
Now?
I'm fine. I'm fine with now.
Okay, let's go ahead and take it now. And so we will come back and conclude this interesting
Oh.
battle after a few short moments. So don't go anywhere.
Bye. Oh, before I go, just want to say thanks to Nathan for resubscribing. Thanks for all the new followers, and thanks for Fool for the 300 bits to give Casey a reroll. You guys are awesome.
All the love. Love, 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 love. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for hanging out while we went and took a little break so that we're not just sitting here for 3 hours and hurting our bodies. That's really cool of you to let us do that and not be mad about it. And Carl's got some words to say before we jump back in.
The words that I have to say follow this introduction. Before we get back to the stream, I want to give a special thanks to our sponsors at Campaign Coins. They are great human beings who make really great metal coins and other RPG accessories. You can check them out at campaigncoins.com and on Twitter at campaigncoins. If you want to join an awesome community, hey, check out our Discord. We got people chatting about D&D and pizza and everything in between. Patrons and subscribers, Patreon patrons and subscribers get special perks when they join. Lastly, if you want to be in the know for when we're going live for shows or when new shows are on the horizon, follow us on Twitter. That is open for adventure. End of announcements.
You did that so well.
Better you than me because I would forget everything. That's what I was trying to say there and failed. So, Nas, it is your turn. Everyone in front of you has been laid to waste. You have seen both your dads run into the hole in the wall that you blasted, and they seem to be engaging in something in there. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, both of them are in there, and Lefkadio's in there, too. I was like, wait, it's Lefkadio that's in there. It's all three of them. They're all in there. There seems to be some additional noise in there. You also, you didn't see Talzin do anything because he's invisible. Just kidding. That's where your focus is right now. It's up to you what you do, though. Or that's where the last thing you know there to be, like, activity.
Carol, did you get him?
You can answer.
Yes, I was muted. Sorry. Yes.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, it's not my turn. I can't answer.
Give him an emphatic thumbs up, and I'm like, Dads! How many?
Dads.
One left at least that we can see.
Not enough.
Turn back to Kale and say, looks like we're gonna have to find the next spot.
from down way up from where it has one, as you hear, "No one here but us cultists and beasts."
Do I hear that?
Yeah, if he's yelling
Yeah.
it, especially because there's like a tunnel there, so it's like
Yeah, that's
echoes
why I
out.
was like, yeah, it'll like reverberate out, and people won't really be able to pinpoint it.
So you hear Taslin's voice, like weirdly mimicking, like that there's more people over there, perhaps.
Okay, dads, we're gonna go down the main tunnel.
Be safe. Make
no!
good choices.
Absolutely not.
All right.
And then I will run here. Actually, let's go like that.
Okay, and as you do, you see what you see, which I believe to be 4 creatures in front of you, based on your dark vision, and then also something peeking out of a doorway down here.
All right. Well, I'll just wait for them to get up on me and do an attack.
Okay, you holding an attack action?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is quite the daddle.
I love it. I love it.
Go ahead and put your token back there again, left party.
I'll subtract that one inspiration I got from the rap.
No, absolutely not. I also approve of puns. Can't go wrong. In fact, I DM'd. Oh, he got frozen for a second. Like the best like celebratory pose, and I enjoyed it. Oh, hi, Gracie. I DM'd a campaign once where somebody was a warlock masquerading as a bard, and I told them that as long as they made puns, I would exchange every 4 of their puns for 1 inspiration that they could pretend was bardic inspiration, because of who their warlock pact was with. And so they masqueraded as a bard for the entire time until they cast Everard's Black Tentacles or whatever that spell is, and then everybody was kind of like, what? And then we didn't play anymore after that, so it was kind of funny. He made it the whole way through. Anyway, on that note, it's Kale's turn.
So I'm still on the carpet, and because I'm the only one on it, I got a 60-foot movement speed.
Yep. Isn't the little one 80 feet?
I'm pretty sure it's 60. I will double check right now because it's right here. Carpet, 4x6. Yeah, it's 60 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, the big one's 40 feet. Unless it's encumbered. Anyway.
Okay. The carpets I originally looked at were 80 feet and 60 feet, and that's why at half movement, the 2 of you were going 40 and they were going 30.
Well.
So you actually have an 80-foot movement speed.
Okay.
That's why they were so expensive.
Still gonna keep it under 60, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
So kill air surfs on the carpet up behind Nos. I see what I see, and I don't know. I guess one of these dudes, that guy.
Okay.
I see 2 people and 2 more elk displacer elks.
Yes.
So one of the peeps, Kale will point at them and just say some word, flame in celestial, and then cast a sacred flame cantrip as a pillar of divine energy comes roaring down on them. They need to make a dexterity saving throw with DC 18.
Okay. What's the radius on that? Is it just 5 feet or?
It's just one target.
One target. Okay. Dex save. 12. Fail.
I'm gonna die. Right. Didn't roll great. 11 plus 5 is 16. 16 radiant damage for that person.
Yeah. Actually. You see that it impacts them, but not as much as you had originally anticipated.
Oh, they are. Do they seem particularly evasive? They are invasive.
Yes, you are all invasive at this particular moment. They seem particularly evasive.
Gotcha.
It did seem like a very cat-like grace sort of. The thing comes down and they're able to kind of move halfway out of it at a preternatural speed.
Okay, good to know. How high are the ceilings in here, by the way?
It varies because a lot of it seems to be half carved, half parts maybe fell away, but like roughly 20-ish feet or so with dips.
Okay. And final question. To my north on the map here, I see that there's stairs leading up to like a platform and what appears to be a door. Is that accurate, or is that just how the map is?
Yeah. It's like there's like a raised room there of some kind.
There's a door, like a closed door. What's the door look like?
This one looks like a similar wooden door to the one that you encountered down here. Like it's set into the wall, like they have built some sort of like a framework for it. It doesn't appear to have a lock, just looks like a door.
Okay, noted. Done with my turn.
Okay. Then this little guy comes running out. He's wearing clothy stuff. I think that's him. Wait. Yeah, it's him. And this is so funny. What can they even do? Oh! They have a scimitar. They come running out with their scimitar at us, which prompts her attack.
Do I only get one, or is it two because I reserved the full attack?
You held an attack action, so
Yeah.
I would think that you could use your attack action and then also your offhand, or not offhand, but your like reaction thing if you would want to. You're not going to need it, but you could if you wanted to. But you held your action,
Sure.
so you get all of your attacks.
I'll take that. That's a 24 and a 22.
Yeah, roll your damage.
13
First
and
one
a
kills
15. Okay.
They come charging at you like scimitar up, and they just
Can
like,
I just-
end up impaled.
Yes, and then I'll just lift his corpse up and be like, ah!
You shake it around a bit. There was one like behind him that sees you and watches this happen and books it. Like out of sight.
Foam's starting to drip out of my mouth.
Yep. Taslim. You muted.
All right.
There you go.
So there's a guy right there attacking Nos.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, he was going to. He's now currently on her glaive, the like being flailed lifelessly around.
So he's dead?
Yeah, very.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
rival.
Okay. Now that friends are here, I'm going to move down right next to Nos.
Okay.
And I am going to... Oh, goodness. How many dice do I want to roll? That's the real question.
You hear the pitter-patter of footsteps next to you, Nas. There's nothing there.
I'm concerned.
Crazy. I'm going to upcast Cone of Cold at 6th level. It's a 60-foot cone, and... Oh. I almost dragged my character. So, shoot. I need to... There's my ruler. Okay. So
We've
it
got
should be
the
like...
tokens.
I've got a 60-foot cone. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, did it go on the map?
Yeah.
Am I on the right
Yep.
thing?
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
no, I can't see it, but you can
It's okay.
see it.
Yeah, I see it. Boo, 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 boo.
Well, there it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna catch everything.
Yep.
So they all need to make a dex save of a number of... Oh, no, it's a Constitution save. Wow. Crazy.
Cold.
Yep. Constitution save of 18.
Alright, so start with Elks. Oh, I need to switch over to the thing. Alright. Alright, that's 2 failures there. And then these guys. Nope. Okay, 1 success. The guy here on the fringes is alright with it. Let's see here. Or actually, no, I rolled for him first, so it was this guy who made the save. I'm not pointing. This one made it, right there.
Okay.
Everyone else didn't.
So that's 36 cold damage, or halved for the save.
Okay. So you see you cast your spell. This cone of coldness bursts forward. You can see that they were all impacted in some way. It doesn't impact most of them as strongly as you would have anticipated.
Okay.
It was 36 total damage, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm deleting the cone because I can't click on anything under it. But it's not like it doesn't do anything. It's just not
Right.
like you were like, haha, this is gonna like really hurt them, and then it's like, oh, okay, like it did, but that should have been more than
I
what
knew
it
I
was.
should have gone with tentacles like usual.
And then he made it. So yeah, same for him. Okay. Oh wait.
Then I'm gonna move my 5 remaining footsteps away from them, and I'll be like, aha, sorry.
Yeah, I think that based on your time together, it's probably pretty clear at this juncture, Nas, that the pitter patter footstep next to you was.
Yeah, that was Taslin.
I was like, you hear like his voice muttering something, and then just like frost comes shooting out of this.
Not even
point
that.
nearby.
Just freaking gratuitous, expensive power.
Yeah. So they're all like, there's like icicles like hanging off of their hair, and there's like frost around the masks on their face now, and it's just like smattered all over the like armor that they're wearing and on the like forms of these like weird shifty creatures. Is that your turn? All right. Right then. You got a guy in front of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just move up and take all my attacks at him.
Hail on him.
All right, so and this is 2 attacks plus the bonus. Not
Okay.
that I'm going to need all of them, but we'll find out. So that is a 16,
Hits.
an 18, and a 17.
Hits.
All
All
right,
solid hits.
cool. So that's 13 in damage. So that's what, 24 and 5. So 29 points of damage.
With the second hit, the first one you hit them and you can hear like ribs crack under like the weight of your like glaive, even though it's like a piercing weapon. And you just hit so solidly that like it like knocks the wind out of them. And with the second one, you can see their like figures start to fall limp. So then with the third one, it's kind of like a double tap where you're just like, yeah, he's for sure dead now.
Yeah. The bonus action attack is actually hitting with the butt side of the glaive. So yeah,
Nice.
It's just slash and then knock him upside the head.
Yeah, just to make sure, no reaction. He's definitely dead.
Cool.
All right.
And I'll use the rest of my movement, which is probably like what, 20 feet. And I can't really see if there's anything further around, but if there's anything,
There's a door above you.
Okay, yeah, I will go to the door if I can.
Yeah, there's a door right there, and then if you were to exit it, you would see this, and Lefkadio's light does kind of like shoot out a bit, so you can't see much off to your left, but you can see like things that open up to the right, and there appears to be like another door, like you can see like that, well, actually it's around a corner, so you can't see it up there. Just kidding.
There's nothing, I know. Okay,
Ain't
cool.
nothing. Yeah, all right. Now I get a turn. Woo. Okay, this guy here. How much movement does he have? Or this individual, whose features are difficult to distinguish. Okay. Yeah, so they take like a running leap off of this like slightly raised platform, and they make it to right there. Whoops. It's not snapping, but you know, whatever, close to you, that kind of thing. They're going to. Well, do you want to stab them as they come up to you because you haven't used your reaction yet?
Holding an attack actually is the use of a reaction, I believe.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm a great DM. I know how this game works.
I'm here
That
for
means
you.
I actually get to attack you. Oh, damn! I forgot that it's not working when they do this. Where do I roll? Oh, here we go. That's what it is. Oh my gosh! Does a 19 hit?
It does.
Oh, I actually hit you.
Hitting me isn't hard. Making me go down is the hard part.
Yes, that is difficult. So, do you have any resistances to poison?
Do not.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. Which I think you're really great at, probably.
25.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Half as much on a successful save. So, you take 6 points of damage on the first one, but you're raging, so halved, I think. Is just piercing damage? No? Okay.
No.
Okay, so you take 6 points of piercing damage, and then 32 halved points of poison damage. So 16, because you made the save. And then on the second attack, 5 points of piercing and 14 points of poison damage. I rolled really well on the poison, surprisingly. That was nice. So immediately after the first attack, you can tell that this is the first hit that they've landed on any of you, and their blades are all poisoned.
I just take that shit, and as he's slicing me and dicing me in every which way, I'm just like, I'm gonna hurt you so bad, your mama's gonna feel it. I'm gonna kick you into the next cosmos.
Oh my god,
Oh
I love
boy.
it. I like Ingrenath. She's great. All right. You hear additional like pitter pattering of someone booking it the heck away. As that goes on, and Lacadio, it is your turn.
All right, let me move my token back there. I'll say, Ryman, don't split us up. Come back.
Sorry, just scouting ahead. Come on up. It's clear.
They're still out there fighting the baddies. So I'm gonna head back out. 30 feet, which is there. And if I have a clear shot, I do. Oh, the guy. All right, it would be a clearer shot at the guy that's in front of Nos. So I'm gonna take. I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my hex onto that guy.
Okay.
Or person of nondescript description.
Yeah, this masked individual.
And I will just take 2 more shots with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
Actually, no, I will not. I will. Yes, I will. I will use my hand crossbow.
Okay.
Make up your mind, Carl.
It's okay. You've got options, and sometimes it can be difficult to decide how you would like to obliterate something. That's fair. Woof.
All right. The first shot is nat 20, 33.
Nice. Do you have a special weapon that has like a table you need to roll on or anything?
I do not. No.
Okay.
It's just your plain old hand crossbow with 2 bolts that fire at the same time. You know.
Yeah. Totally normal.
Weren't we doing your chart at one time, Katie?
What?
Weren't we doing your chart at one time?
Oh, I forgot about that. We've had a lot of them already. We'll do it next combat. I totally forgot. We've had a lot of fails too, though, so some of those can get pretty nasty. We'll just we'll move on, and next time we have a combat, like next time we drop out of initiative and start again, we'll go with it.
Okay, so first shot is 41 points of damage.
I love it. So these 2 bolts sink deeply, one in like into the side, the inside of the thigh, where that like important vein is that caused you to bleed out in like 3 minutes. And because of the stance they had when they were attacking and the confidence when they saw the like poison take hold, they weren't guarding well enough. And it's like you hit them right in that really crucial soft spot, and you can just see them like kind of like wince on the one leg and start to favor it a little bit.
All right. Well, then I take 1 more shot.
Do it.
And that is 17 to hit.
Yeah. How would you like to end this individual?
Well, I guess if that first one hit it in a sensitive area on the leg, they bent over a little bit, so the next one just goes bing right in the forehead.
And they tumble over backwards limply with the sheer like velocity of the bolt that causes their head to like snap back as they collapse onto the ground. All right. Anything else you'd like to do? Or I guess that you already. Yeah. Okay.
I see this guy drop, and everything is happening so fast that my brain doesn't entirely register it in my current state. So I'm just like looking over to Kale behind my shoulder, and be like, I killed him with my rhetoric.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Okay. So, what is the movement speed on this one? Oh, this one's fast. Okay, good. This one comes running up, standing over the dead bodies of these things. You're the closest thing it can see. So it comes running up at you. 21 and 25 to hit. Actually hitting. Whoa. Some resistance.
I'll go ahead and use a luck to make him re-roll one of those. Let's do the 25.
All right. Down to a 17.
That just hits. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take these like the antlers, this like stiff structure that they had before, and you remember like touching one even a little bit, and so you know that there was like solidness to it. They kind of like melt away and lash out at you, and you take 9 points of so 7 bludgeoning and 2 piercing, because this might matter for you, and then 10 bludgeoning and 5 piercing. And that's its turn. And then the next one does the same thing. Whoop! It still can't see Tazlin, so it's gonna hit you too, theoretically.
Nope, I am visible. It can see me.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have removed the little ninja token.
Okay, there we go. Then this one's gonna get you because you frosted it and is not very happy about that.
That's fair.
24 to hit, 17 to hit?
Those will both hit.
Okay. 10 bludgeoning and 1 piercing for the first one, so total of 11. 9 bludgeoning and 6 piercing for the second, for a total of 15. It's 36 altogether. Something like that. No.
All right. Yep.
26. Whatever. I don't know. Something like that. 26, yeah. I added a whole other 10 in there. I don't know where that came from. And then this one's turn. It is also unhappy about this frost, but I'm not certain that it can make it to you, especially with all its buddies in the way there. Ooh, yeah, no. It's going to, instead, yeah, it's going to move, like, right here. And you can see it, like, glaring daggers at you, Tazlin.
Man,
Looks like
if
it might
only
be
I
ready.
had remembered I had shield as a reaction. It's been a while since I've been hit.
Oh, no!
So that's okay. Keep going.
If you want, Tazlin would know. So if you would like to shield the first attack and add 5 to your AC.
Nah, I've already deducted it. I'll just remember in the future.
Okay. Whomp 'em. 'Tis your turn.
Okay. So since I see that everybody left me,
Yep.
I'm going to go back to here, which was 25. Then I see left cardio looking at something over there. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 20, 25. And I now can see one of these elk-looking things. And I will throw my blast axe at it.
All right. Make your attack rolls.
And that is a 9 plus 12
Yeah. And it's
for 1 plus 7 points of damage, so 8.
okay. And that's to this one on the bottom here.
Yes.
Okay.
Next one is a 7 plus 12, 19.
Yep, that also hits.
For 8 plus 7, 15.
Okay. 2 solid hits. Not 51. 15. There we go. 2 solid hits. You feel good about them.
My third attack
Okay.
is, that might not hit, a 2 plus 12.
It hits.
Is-
13. 13 is their AC. So you can only miss if you critically fail.
And let's do 5 plus 7, 12 points of damage.
Okay. Still awake? Not feeling so great?
I'm done.
Okay. Perfect. Wait, can you dash as a bonus action? Oh, you only move 25 feet. That's right. That's right. Just kidding. My bad. Continuing on. Nos.
I'm going to start laying to waste the creature that is attacking my invisible friend.
You're now
Oh,
visible, friend.
You're now visible, friend.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Gotta save the squishy. That is going to be a 23 and a 20. Wait, no. A
Yeah.
13 and
That's
a
another
23.
fail, yeah.
Okay, that's fine because Glaive of Wonder. Look
Yeah.
out, world.
Could be great stuff. Maybe you'll get
Yep.
some more
Look
grass.
out, world. Hello, fireball.
Yeah,
right?
right.
It could be a fireball that we would all have to face.
Katie,
Yes.
I did screw up there. I did move by 50 feet, so that damage
Okay.
is not.
Okay.
So with that second attack, I still, I'm pretty sure I hit it with a 23.
Yeah.
Which is 17 slashing, 7 radiant.
Okay.
And then I rolled a 57, which means I cast darkness. Shit.
Oh, magical darkness, eh?
Yep.
All right. What is the range on the? Is it 20 feet magical darkness, right?
That is 15-foot radius sphere on the center of my location.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
No!
Darkness, my old friend.
It's okay, I'm already at advantage, so.
It wouldn't take effect because it's in my daylight spell, which automatically dispels any darkness 3rd level or lower. And it's a 2nd level spell, so.
Ah,
There you
shit!
go. So it's like you go to attack and you stab into the, as you realize, not correct form of this shifty beast, and there's like this darkness that starts to surge out of the edge of your like, glaive, but the sunlight emanating from behind you just kind of like folds it back in on itself.
It's a metaphor for life. Anyway,
There you go.
Friendship too strong.
half attack.
The power of friendship. Okay, half to attack. Oh my god!
What?
Oh no!
That is your second double crit of today. That's amazing.
Oh goodness.
At least the second. Might have been the third. That's 14 plus 7 additional slashing, and then I think I roll again for the wonder table.
I love it. I love it.
Every time I get crit.
Got
Ooh,
it.
12.
12, which
You're stunned
means.
until the start of your next.
Oh no, I'm stunned!
But you believe something awesome just happened.
Oh god. Okay. All right.
She's right. It did. Something awesome did just happen.
You twist and you like smack the haft of your glaive into the shifting like face of this creature, and as it makes contact, the sort of like shadowy dissipation that you saw when they were ended previously, like it like bursts out of the face of this creature, and it like washes over your face in Taslin and Kale, because you're right there close by and like facing, well, Taslin because you're close and Kale because you're facing that direction, can kind of like see the sort of like waviness of like Nos being stunned. Not waviness, what am I thinking of? This like, ugh. Anyway, can't think of the word for it. Anyway, so now you're stunned, which means your turn's over regardless. But I think that was the end of it anyway. So Kale.
Would the effects of the Glaive of Wonder be considered magical effects?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I think so.
Well, how does this work as an action? Could dispel it? I'm going to dispel that. Kale seeing the Nos is, I don't know, swaying drunkenly almost.
God, swaying, yes.
He will call out some word in Sylvan, like the word for cleanse, and he will dispel magic on that magical effect. So that, I guess, what level would you consider that to have been cast at? It's not really.
I think normally a stun wouldn't be considered magical, but this does. But I can't imagine that it would be high level. So for sure, like second.
It's only
or
for
below.
1 round.
Yeah, it's not like a super powerful. It's only even magical because it's from the glaive. So.
Okay. Well then, he'll just do it then, and it'll just work, and then he'll fly his carpet down here real quick to see what's going on, and then he doesn't see anything, I guess. Like, is this just a dead end down here?
Yeah, there's just like a curve in the wall.
All right, then he'll fly right back because he's on the carpet. He goes super fast, and that's the end of his turn.
Zoomy Kale. Yeah, so Nos is like darkness, like washed over your face, and it had you a little bit like confused and disoriented at first, and that like that like feeling of like poison taking hold almost, where it's kind of like a queasiness to it. You feel like this warmth radiate from behind you, and like the darkness clears out of your vision. You
I'm
feel
fine!
calm again. It's fine. Everything's fine. That person's dead. Boop. Delete you. There we go. Tazlin.
Okay. I am going to leave.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the attacks of opportunity and I'm going to bail on this and move 15 feet behind. So I don't know if moving through Nos would count as difficult terrain, but I would have the double movement speed to get through it. So
It doesn't count as difficult terrain to pass through the space of an ally.
okay. So I do that. They can hit me if they want.
Does a 9 hit? I don't think a
No.
9 hits. Okay. The 20 hits.
Yep,
So
and
take an additional. Go ahead.
if I reaction, I can't cast a spell, correct? Or I have to cast a cantrip.
That doesn't count with reactions. It's it's one spell per turn. It's like action bonus action, but your reaction is completely separate from that.
Perfect. I'm gonna shield that one, so that misses.
Okay, so that makes your AC 21.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So it would have hit you. The antler kind of like dissolves a bit and comes lashing out at you, and you see this Nas, and there's like a glimmer. What color is your magic, Aslan, when you do this?
I think it depends. I think for like abjuration spells, it's like a shimmering wall of force. So like almost a tangible, clear, like silvery flash of magic.
Okay. Yeah, so there's this like flash of magic and then like a little bit of like a ripple as the thing kind of like bounces off some sort of like field around Taslan as he escapes.
And then I'm going to cast Enervation. I think I've
Ooh.
only cast this spell once, and I think they saved from it, and I got really sad, and then I never used it again.
Oh no, what is Enervation? I don't even know.
So Enervation is a 5th level spell that I can concentrate on, that basically they have to make a dexterity save, and a tendril of inky darkness reaches out from you, touching a creature you can see within range to drain life from it. The target must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 48 necrotic damage, and I heal for that damage.
Okay, who are you? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to use it on the cultist that has the poisoned dagger that's like in the back.
Okay, what's the range on the spell?
60 feet.
Oh yeah, you're way good. Okay, sorry. And so I'm making a dex save?
Yep.
Actually, a decent of those? 12. Nope.
Yeah, nope, that's not going to do it.
All right, roll your 48.
14 damage.
Okay, they take 14 damage.
And
So-
every turn for a minute, I could just cast this as my action on them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. Oh wait, you know what? This has been a new round. Subject to effect that allows it to make a dex save, take half damage, instead take no damage. So we're actually going to call that 7,
Oh, okay.
because I'm bad at this.
All good.
But you healed for 7. Is that your turn?
Yep, I don't think I have anything else I can do.
I think you're
So
right.
I'm just going to maintain that channeling.
Gotcha. There's like this thin, like sickly green thread of energy kind of like linking the two of you, and everyone, like when you first cast it, anyone who's looking can see it like connect, and then like almost like it like swells a bit as it like pulled life force out of it and like sent it back towards Taslan, and there's just like this thread connecting them. Ryman, you're in the dark. You're right next to some light that's like coming from around the corner, so you're not like, oh no, it's sheer darkness, everyone left me. But if you were to continue on to your left, you would be venturing into the dark by yourself.
Right. Yeah, if I remember right, he's kind of at a corner almost to his right that would get him back to the first area where they came in. Is that where like the daylight spell is?
Exactly. Like if I shift you over here, this is what you know to be there. If you can see
Yeah, I
it
can
on the
see
map.
nothing on the map.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If I move you over here, can you see it?
No.
Oh my gosh.
But I trust you.
Know what it is? Hold on, I can fix this. I can fix this.
We have the
That's
technology.
sight. Now can you see?
Hey, yes I can.
I fixed it. So this is what you remember, like being around the side. It's not like you
Right.
suddenly like your memory was wiped. That's what's there. You're just standing next to it.
Gotcha. Ryman is going to cast haste on himself. So I mean, he's an older guy wearing heavy plate. He's a little out of breath at this point, but he's just kind of gonna stretch his back, and it's almost like popcorn, just cracking all the way down, and just kind of shake it out, feel a little rejuvenated, and he's gonna use his full 60 feet of movement to try to move, I guess, wherever he can tell the fighting is going on. So I will let you help me out with that. Because whenever I move him, I go back into darkness.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait. So if you go this way, you can't see again?
I can when you do it, but not when I do it for some reason.
Oh, because you have to let go, I think, for it to take effect to the new place you move to. So if you were like clicking and holding and moving it over, yeah. So you're in darkness. So you take 5 feet of movement, and this is what you can see. So you can where you would like from there.
Let's inch our way forward.
Yeah. So I don't know which path you wanted to take.
Yeah, I think he's going to end up that's 60 feet there, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Works for me.
And
go ahead.
Yeah, I guess that's an action. He does get I guess that's a weird thing. With haste, it says you get an additional action. I'm not sure if that takes effect right when you cast it, or if it has to like warm up and you get into the next round.
No, I would think it would, it takes effect immediately when you cast it on someone else, so it should do the same when you cast it on yourself. Unless it specifies that you don't get it until the next round, I would say that it takes effect immediately.
Okay. Well, then I will take that additional action. Says you can only take it to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So I will use it to dash and move additionally. And I will end up, let's say, right there.
Okay.
And I'll call that my turn.
All right, sounds good. This guy, is he the one that died? He's the one that's dead, so he's getting deleted. This person, where even are they? I think they're the ones that booked it. Yeah, they're gone. I'm deleting them too. Wait, okay, it worked. Lovcadio.
Right. Let's see how far these folks are. 40 feet. It's just... Oh, no, yeah, that works, because I got a whip. All right, so I will run out in front of Taslin and Kale, and with my whip, I will start whipping this Elky boy.
Whip it good.
Oh, wait, but before I start whipping him, I will use my bonus action to move my hex over to him.
Okay.
And then I will use, I'll be using the viewer inspirations on these two attacks. So that is a 31 and a 24 to hit.
Oh, solid hits, yeah.
All right, so that is 18 and 15.
And you're attacking the one closest to you, right? This one?
Yes.
Okay. 18. Solid hits. You can feel it connect. You're easily able to distinguish what... Come on. Why isn't it? There it goes. Easily able to distinguish which form was the correct one. And after making your two attacks, you can solidly see the form, even though it's duplicitous and shifting, it's even having trouble keeping that up, and it seems to be struggling to survive. It's bloodied.
And I'm done.
Okay. It lives long enough to attack again. And since Nas has been wailing on these and she's the closest one, it's going to continue to smack her around. Or try. We'll see. Does a 15 hit?
No.
No, both of them miss. The antlers that have melted into these weird soft versions of themselves reach out, and they just one just bounces off of your shoulder, and you can feel that it impacted, but it was so impotent that it didn't even harm you. It's just not even gonna bruise. And then the other one, it you're able to kind of dodge your leg out of the way as it went to try to whip your leg out from under you. And then the other one's gonna get to go. And it's probably going to miss you too. Oh, 18 and 17 to actually get you on those?
Those both hit. Yeah.
Hey. Okay, so 8 bludgeoning and 3 piercing on the first one. 9 bludgeoning and 6 piercing on the second one.
Okay, so I'm basically like, this all happens very quickly, so I'm like, I'm fine. Oh God.
Whap, whap. Yeah. And there was like one that hits you kind of like on the side of your face, and that like jerks your head around, and you think that one's probably gonna bruise. They're definitely like, it's like you first feel the like blunt impact from them, and then it's almost like there's just like tiny little spines on it that like poke too a little bit.
That's slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah. Now this guy actually gets a turn. He's gonna come running around the side here, and he's gonna get a couple more attacks on you. Gonna try to poison you again.
He's gonna do it at disadvantage as he goes to stab at Nos. Light flashes before his eyes.
Okay, that's lucky that you did that, because he was gonna have advantage again to do sneak attack. Dang it. Okay. Does a 19 hit? 19 hits and
I
17.
do.
Oh wait, but disadvantage, right? Oh, but he had advantage, so it cancels. But no sneak attack. 19 and then 17.
Yeah, those both hit.
Missed the crit. All right, make a con save. I was gonna get to hurt someone.
22.
Easily done. So on the first one, you take 9 piercing and only 13 poison damage. And then on the second one, you only take 5 piercing and 14 poison damage. We have a visitor.
That one smarted a bit.
Yeah. She came up behind me and she goes, meow. Can I help you? Anyway, that's their turn. Being intelligent creature, well, somewhat intelligent, they're going to think that their best bet is to take a step or two back, which will prompt an attack of opportunity if you still have a reaction this round, which I think you probably do. I don't remember. I'm not going to lie. Nas?
I do.
Okay. If you would like.
Yes.
Not compulsory. Okay.
26
Yeah, that's
for 11 slashing.
okay. Looks like they regret that decision as they like turn to run away, and you take advantage of it and are able to like sink something into kind of like the like kidney-esque type area, and they move under the impact, obviously being affected by it. Wampum.
Wampum will move his 25 feet to there,
Okay.
and he's going to yell duck. And as he throws his blast axe, is
Kale's like,
going
"Bleh."
to be a 18 plus 12 be 30.
As long as you don't roll a 1, you're fine.
All right, so that's the first one is going to be 13 points of damage.
Okay, solid hit. The thing looks like it is under duress.
Oh, the second one's a nat 20.
Ooh. Woo!
And this one, I want him to make a DC 18 strength check.
Oh, okay. Oh, their strength is not great. Oh, that's the wrong one. Just kidding. This is just placer. Oh, strength's not bad, actually. Okay. Only a 9, though. Hard fail.
Okay, so that's going to be... Oh, I can add. I really can. And...
I'm going to stop you. It has 18 hit points. Is it more than 18?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Whatever was going to add on is going to be halved from the strength save, but if it's still over 18, then you can just describe how you murderate this thing.
I was going at his kneecaps to make him fall in front of Ryman.
Okay.
So instead of making him fall, I just cut his leg off.
Nice.
I'm just gonna say oops. And,
the axe. Sorry, go ahead.
And he did a total of 29 points of damage.
Yeah, the axe comes flying between Kale and Ryman, Wampum like threading the needle there, and it like sweeps under the thing. Its legs like puff into like smoke almost, like under the knee joint, and the thing like falls down forward, like bending the knee essentially in front of Ryman before like dissipating into like dust.
My last attack.
Oh, dead again. There we go.
I got another nat 20.
There have been, and this entire combat has been like nat 20 or a nat 1. That's where we're at right now. I love it. All right, roll up your damn. This one's only got. Are you tagging the other displacer elk?
Yes.
It's only got 22 hit points, so I think you probably are going to kill that one too with your last hit.
Oh, so let's see. This is going to be 2d8. So I don't know. Nope. I got a total of 18 points of damage.
Oh, so close. There's like an additional really solid hit that you feel really good about. The axe, like, because it comes back to you, a la like Thor's hammer style, it like cuts the thing in half, and like it's being like whiffs in two for a second before rejoining after the axe passes back through. And it's like it's having trouble keeping its form, like the antlers are going limp and before they like come back up to like attention essentially, and it's kind of like swaying back and forth.
And that's my turn.
Nice.
I want to try to kill that thing, please.
All right, make
But-
your attack.
We're so close to the end of this particular combat that I don't want to rage. I just want to, like, I have taken some damage, especially in that last round when was it a sneak attack that got me?
No,
They
it
did
was
a
the
whole
poison.
bunch of. Okay, it was the poison. I was not raging because I had been incapacitated, so I took the full force of all of that round.
Gotcha.
So I'll just lug my heavy ass over and just try, give it
There's
a shot.
still rage behind it, but it's not mechanical raging.
I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
As a 13.
Oh, it's a natural one again.
Okay, all right, hang on.
Oh, the glaive.
No fireball, no fireball, no fireball.
The
Oh, no.
47, which means
Butterfly.
a cloud of 600 oversized butterflies fills the 30 foot radius centered on the target.
Great.
The area becomes heavily obscured. The butterflies remain for 10 minutes.
Oh my god. So this grass
that broke
has-
my concentration because now I can't see the guy and he has full cover now.
Oh my god.
Beshaba!
Nas like lethargically steps over to
Wait.
this beast. Go
Wait,
ahead.
can I use... I've been holding this for a special moment, so I'm thinking maybe now is the time to use my DM's inspiration.
Okay.
You good with that?
Yeah. I'm keeping the butterflies though. But you can hit. Oh no! What? What? Roll again! Beshaba!
I got another nat 1!
It's like Timora and Beshaba battling, so he's like nat 20s and nat
I am
1s.
the battles!
You are literally channeling.
Butterflies, there's no getting out of it. It is
No,
meant-
I want you to roll again. If it's really terrible, we won't keep it, but I want to see what happens if you roll again. Because you called it after we already rolled, so I'm keeping butterflies, but I want to see what else would happen.
Well, it would have been a 14. So
No, I mean roll on the table.
Oh,
Oh, and we there was a crit there.
yeah. Well,
38.
if it counted. It would have been the
Yeah.
14, which is one above the nat 1, 13.
Yeah.
All right, so 38 was the other Wand of Wonder roll, and that would have been a lightning bolt.
We'll keep the lightning bolt. It shoots directly out and obliterates this displacer beast. It goes. Go ahead.
Generous DM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to keep the butterflies, so because that was way too good. So it shoots out in this direction. It completely, like I would say, eviscerates, but it's lightning, so it disintegrates this being that falls into nothing. It blasts this door behind it off of its hinges. There was a door there, even though you could see it, and you just see like rubble and like decaying debris like housed in this room for no reason. And that's the end of your turn.
Can I even see the fella that ran off to the side?
No.
Okay.
Because it's how big is the field of butterflies again?
It's like 60 feet. It's pretty big.
60-foot radius.
30-foot radius.
30-foot radius.
30-foot radius.
60-foot diameter.
Yeah. So, can you all see the circle? Because I can't see the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah, it is a butterfly effect. So all of that area is heavily obscured. Oh, there it finally showed up for me. It's just that mine's so delayed. There are like giant butterfree size, like illusory butterflies and all of the like spectrum of the rainbow to begin with. And as the seconds tick on, you can see the blues and the greens and the yellows be taken over by darker tones of purple and black.
I'll just back up against the wall with my back pressed against it, holding my arm, just like, oh my god,
Okay.
what is even happening?
Kale, you can't see. There's a lot of really pretty butterflies on your face, though, so that's kind of like an upside.
Are they like? I don't like that I'm asking this. Are they like a live creature butterflies, or are they like spectral or something?
They're like illusory, spectral, like magical. Like there's a
Okay.
spell. Like is it? What's the cantrip that lets you do butterflies instead of light? Like dancing lights or something lets you do butterflies instead of. There's one that lets you cast like those magical like butterflies, and it's like those but giant. It's like they would be monarchs, but they're all different colors. But that's the kind of like shape you see in the pattern
Right,
in
but,
their
like,
wings.
If I were to theoretically fireball the middle of this thing, then it wouldn't kill all the butterflies. They'd still be there.
No, they're not like spectral butterflies that are coming to like bite you and nibble away at you. They're like illusory magical effects.
Are they like physical, or is it just the image of them?
It's mostly just the image. Like as they kind of like flutter around, you can feel like bits of them like butterfly kisses type things on your skin, but it's not like the full substance of like having one land on you and feeling like their arms tickle you.
Okay, so
Because I said so.
So the ceiling is like 20-ish feet high, maybe. Like could I fly over Nos's head and Lafcadio's heads?
You could. I would say that because it says in a 60-foot radius, like they go up to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So you can totally fly up if you can gauge where about 20 feet is without smacking your head on the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, I figure Kale's a pretty smart guy, but if you want me to roll,
Yeah. No, he's pretty smart. You know, just one of those like you still can't see, so you might want to be a little careful.
right? So like he would. The idea is he would fly over to basically an approximation of where he remembered Nos being. So like he'd fly up and then go over to where I think Nos was, and then he'd run into this wall, right? Like there's a wall directly north of him.
Yeah, and that goes
So
up to the ceiling.
Okay, so he would just kind of use that to hook around, and he's like 10 feet up at this point.
Yeah.
So just hook around. He still can't see anything except a bunch of butterflies, but he was pretty sure there was stuff that still needed killing here.
Yeah, there was a guy that took off and Nos stabbed him as he was
Okay.
like running away that direction.
So Kale will hold up the drift globe, and he will channel his definitive divinity to exude the radiance of the dawn. So
The butterflies look
because-
like stained glass when you do this.
oh, that's so cool. And it only affects enemies within 30 feet. Each hostile creature that doesn't have total cover has to make a con save of DC 18 or take so much damage that they'll definitely die.
What was my con roll? I'm on the wrong screen. Oh, only a 16.
So it'll be 26 radiant damage.
Oof. You know in your heart that this connected, and you heard a little bit of a cry, but there's still the shuffling of feet.
Okey-doke.
Is that your end of your turn?
That is definitely the end of my turn.
Taslin, you're super disappointed that these butterflies cut off your connection. What would you like to
I
do?
know, my mobile healing potion platform.
I
How
know.
could they? So I can't see anything. There's too many butterflies. I'm gonna run. Part of me wants to just dash 60 feet, but I think that's not the greatest. I kind of know that there's a path up that way, so I'm gonna try and run toward, like, up the pathway that I had been camping out at.
Okay. You know where your friends were. Kale's up in the air, so I would say that you roughly know. So there's like a step. There's steps upward right next to you, so you could hop up those and then hop off the other side and follow along the wall.
Sure.
Otherwise, you're going to be making like a beeline through Lefcadio, through Nas.
Well, I was gonna Misty Step.
Oh, I see. Oh, then go.
Yeah,
Go
I was
for
gonna
it.
Misty
You're done.
Step and then continue moving, like, with my movement speed out of the zone.
Okay. Yeah. Your Misty Step would put you like right on the edge of it up here, and then you can easily like follow down that path you remember being there, like arms out so you don't run into anything, kind of thing. Yeah.
And so now I can see just a cloud of butterflies, and I can't see the dude.
Yeah. There's like a
I'm
light source
gonna
inside
do-
that's making them look like stained glass.
I'm gonna do the classic Taslin move here. I've patent pending.
Okay.
And just Ring of Invisibility, and that's it.
I love it. Okay. Ryman.
I think Ryman is going to move directly, I guess, on the map upwards, and until he runs into Nos. Nos is looking a little rough, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could beat up.
I think as soon as he kind of passes through the butterflies and he's able to make out what she looks like, he's going to kind of grab her by the shoulders and pull her in and do a lay on hands. No, it's yeah. And how badly is Nos hurt?
Fairly bad.
Okay. Would 60 hit points help?
Yes, it would.
Okay. Then he's going to do that as his first action, and since he is parkour granddaddy, he is also going to take the rest of his action to move additionally upward, kind of passing by Nos, passing by Kale, and see if he can follow along the wall and potentially get to where the cultist is. If he
Okay.
can-
Yeah, since you're hasted, I believe you have 60 feet of movement.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
I would say that you would need to, in order not to just like, well, Kale's not in the way. You know where Nos is. Because Kale's up in the air. So if you like gingerly make your way around Nos and feel the wall, then I'd say you could like feel the wall and move up to, like, if you know where they were, then you could move off to the side, so that they're like, you're not running smack into them. Is that your goal?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know exactly where they are, so he's following the wall. If he,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then you bump into them.
okay,
Like,
Then-
boom, right there. Bump
then
into them.
I think as soon as he does that, he's going to try and just use the glaive and take him out if he can.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so that was 17 and a 14.
17 hits, 14 does not.
Okay, so 11 points of damage.
Okay. Oof. Solid hit. You bump into them. You realize they're there. You bring the glaive up. You're able to make like a solid hit into them. And you can tell that they are barely clinging to life as like this attack connects and they kind of like double over and like brace themselves against the wall. You can see like their hand hit the wall as like butterflies are passing between you.
Then I will use my bonus action and see if maybe I can take him out with the butt. Okay, that's 17 again, and
Okay.
hold on. All right, 7.
Okay. How would you like to end this individual with the haft of your glaive?
Yeah, so I kind of imagined that running into him was a bit of a surprise in the first place, and so it's almost the glaive was pulled back anyway, just to not have that the length of the polearm be a problem. So I think he's just gonna jab it in as hard as he can, and with I think they both have a look of surprise on their face, and it was just a quick draw to see who got who. But yeah, I think that he's just gonna kind of drive it up and see if he can pull it out upwards and finish this guy officially.
All right, yeah. So you stab him the first time with the glaive, and you kind of like lift him up off the ground. And when you go to try to like stab him again, he manages to like move out of the way as he like braces against the wall. And then you just bring the haft up, and like he does kind of like lift off the ground with the impact a little bit as he like stumbles backwards and collapses. And you can't really see him collapse, but you see him like falling, and then you hear the like of a person in armor.
As butterflies just swarm everywhere.
Yeah. There's just butterflies. That's all you can see.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is very pretty. I saw somebody in chat was like, rainbow illusory butterflies is totally Katie's aesthetic. Absolutely. I was like, we're keeping the butterflies. Okay. And that is all of the visible people that you have seen. So this is a good time to end as we end combat, except these doors right up here that I believe you should be able to see, although you might not be able to see them based on the like shadow markings or whatever. There's a set of double doors there. They're dark wood stained black with some wood stain. There are antlers on them that have been like carved into the wood, and they've been like outlined in like red detailing, and they burst open. And you hear a voice come ringing down this hallway that you can't see, like, around the corner end of as it curves off. We're waiting. And that's where we're going to end it. Hey! Good job, everyone. Remind me next week, if there's a combat, to use my critical chart, because that's going to make all this glaive stuff even better. And the butterflies will persist for 10 minutes, just FYI. And maybe even longer if I feel like it, because I like it.
I mean, basically, by the way you described it, these are shiny butterfrees. I mean, if this was a Pokemon RPG, this would be...
This is the
all
scene.
shinies.
Oh, man, that just reminds me of the episode when he sets Butterfree free, though.
Oh,
His little ascot.
I don't want to think about it.
10 years later, it still hurts.
Yeah. So, thank you everyone for hanging out with us. I'm Katie Quixotic. I was everyone's DM for today. And I think like there were a lot of really good moments, but the butterflies ended up winning for me in the end. But what I really like is like we're in the middle of this, like we're invading this like Beshaban hideout or whatever, and Nas, this like vessel of Timora, is like either critically successing or critically failing, and all of it is causing all this random shit to happen, and it just seems so freaking appropriate that I could not have planned that. It was so good, and that is my favorite thing about today.
I'll have you know that is generally my MO. Thus, I decided to play this character.
It's like, I am chaos, and it will rain. I love it. And I'll let everybody else introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Carl. I was playing Lafcadio Whitehorn, the Tabaxi Warlock. You can find me on this channel during this time, obviously. You can also find me on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central, in a newer-ish campaign called Strands, where I am playing with Casey. You can also find me Friday night on Savrik's channel, where I am playing with someone named Casey. And my favorite part about today was the dynamic of the two dads. I grew up watching a sitcom called My Two Dads, and this is hilarious. And that's all I'm going to say about that now.
I love it. I think you're muted. I can't hear you.
My name is Vinny, again, for those of you who it didn't pick up. Oh, it did read it wrote my name correctly, even. Hey, how about that? Anyway, I play the half-elven cleric of Denier named Kale Irvine. I won't be, just, my favorite part today, I really liked that someone suggested in chat something, and then Nos/Casey did it where she ripped the door in half and sledded it down the stairs into here. I was surprised there were stairs, first off, but then I was glad because Nos got to do that thing. That was funny. I liked it.
I've never understood the idea of people putting like a rope ladder down into their hideout because it seems so inefficient to get in and out. Like, just put stairs in. That's gonna be
Yeah,
so
but-
much better.
Well, maybe it's for, like if a bunch of jackasses want to come in and wreck the place up. It
Come
makes it a
barreling
lot
through the
harder for
door,
them to get
fall.
down.
How do you bring in furniture?
Yeah,
Drop
well,
it.
I'm just like an expeditious entrance or retreat from this place is really held up by a rope ladder. So it just seems like if people can get in easier, that's fine, but you can get in easier and you can get out easier. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I'm done. Casey.
Sorry.
Casey H on social media. And today I've been your champion of Time Ireland, Paleo the Plains, Heckler Big Bad Chicken, Shoot, Pet Storm, Slayer Shadows, Nos, the boss of Neverwinter. And you can find me at all those places and all those times as Carl so aptly described. And my favorite part were a many, but among them, two things that were so subtle. It's not like they were giant parts of the thing, but they immersed me wholly. And that was, Katie, your idea of potassium fire. That's super cool. I'm really into the chemistry, specifically combustible reactions in chemistry. So I was like, ah! And then Ryman's describing his old man stretches before he went for the dash was also really amazing. That's me. I'm done.
Hey guys, I am John, the Dwarf of Marabar, Master of the Axe, Enemy of the Drow, Traveler of the Plains, Destroyer of Shadows, Deliverer of Certain Death. I am the Wampum Thunderbelly of the Selenar. And my favorite part was of Nos's all shit moment when the lightning went through, hit the wall, rock goes everywhere, people ducking their head, and then you hear a ah from the other side of the room, and that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Hello. I'm Graham, or
Hi,
Graham
Graham.
Crackers, and I play D&D, usually here, on Saturdays, 11 to 2, with these fine people. Who I play, you may ask. I play Tazlin Evrio. He's a Shadowkai Necromancer Wizard. And you can find me on social media. But the only thing I post is I don't know how to work Twitter. So good luck.
They'll find you a couple of times on Twitter.
You'll probably find like 4 different accounts that I've forgotten and remade and forgotten and remade. My favorite part of today, I had so many, but my favorite part was the narration Katie did of the Displacer beasts, like elk horns, being like little snaky snakes, tentacle antlers. And also the fact that I only made one dad pun, but I had so many, so I'm going to get them out of my system now. You may have seen the movie Double Dragons, but this is Double Dadgans. This is the great daddle of misfortune and fortune. This is the Dadlands. And now that I've got it out of my system, I'll hand it to the resident dad, guest star extraordinaire, Derek Sword.
Hi, everybody. I am your dad. I'm Nos's dad. I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. Yes, I am Derek Sword. You can find me on Twitter at dsword16. I'm also on Discord under the same name. I post about dogs and who actually you might hear click-clacking every now and then because they're needy, and TTRPGs, which also click-clack now that I think about it. You can find me here Saturday mornings as I guest, which I guess will be for one more game. Let's just keep it rolling. Yeah, this is working out.
Who knows? We'll see how long.
Playing for one game. I'm here for at least 4. It worked out. You can also find me Saturday evenings over on the Stalwart Twitch channel. That's STAULWART, where I play a warlock. You can also find me every other Tuesday, including this coming Tuesday, on Uncanny Adventures, also on Twitch, which is a Call of Cthulhu game, Shadows over Stillwater. And I am also going to be on an upcoming episode of the podcast Monster Crush, which is done with the lovely and amazing Heavenly, where we discuss monsters that we want to smooch and go on dates with. It's a lot of fun. So definitely download that and leave a review.
I love it. I love it. Do we have a raid set up?
Since you are going to be on Scraticus later today, and they're just streaming all nonstop, I figure
I forgot
might
about
as well.
that. Yeah, you'll see me at Scraticus tonight around 10 o'clock Eastern. Whoop.
Yeah, I guess they're letting lots of new DMs try out. Is that what the premise is?
Yeah, it's a day of new DMs where they reached out to people. They were like, I'm going to we've got some new DMs on. I think you'll be kind to them. Will you come play? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. So we're doing mixed maps of different TTRPGs throughout the day. There's going to be some 5e. I'm going to be playing in a Call of Cthulhu game. So that'll be nice and spooky for our last game of the evening. And yeah, there's going to be like 4 games in a row today. So...
Well, yeah, if you stay tuned till after the credits, we will be joining Scraticus in just a moment. So,
thanks for
my
hanging
camera goes
out.
back.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Catch you all next week.
Yeah, another episode of Half Raid Heroes.
Bells.